No one's in the chat yet since the broadcast just now started, but to those who are watching, welcome to episode 11 of the Gamma Hugbox.
I can't hear a damn thing.
Wait, really?
Input. Audio input. Let's see.
Scorps, can you hear me?
There we go. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Let me switch my audio to my quantums. There we go. All right, I'm good.
We're good. We're rolling now. So let me share the link. So episode 11 of the Gamma Hugbox is live. And I'm your host, Sam Whitfield, joined by E. Scorpio and Semper Reloaded. So welcome, gentlemen, and we will be joined momentarily by Apex Gamma, hopefully.
Yeah, he'll get here whenever.
We're still waiting for people to jump in the chat, but in the meantime, Merry Christmas, gentlemen. How have your holidays been?
The same as every other day.
Yeah, pretty much. It's been pretty pleasant, pretty peaceful down here. Nobody's been murdered in the last couple of weeks, as far as I know.
That's good.
That's always a good thing.
Starshine says hello. And hello to you too, Starshine. Good evening.
So we got one person in the chat.
Yeah, this is weird. I don't mean to sound
we're just doing
it is weird going live not having anybody. I haven't had that in years.
We're just doing the banter right now. We got to take the place of the intro music, so we can do the karaoke right now. I know we're saving it to later, but we can we got to do some kind of musical feel.
Oh yeah.
Sam, I guess with Restream you can't do the intro.
No, you can play videos on here.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But I would have to do it through the browser, which there is a way to do.
Cameron just said 5 minutes. Apex.
All right, so let's pick a 5-minute song then. What do you got, Semper?
I don't have anything.
It's got to be we can do a Bee Gees tune. There's 3 of us here. We can be like the Gibb brothers.
Bee Gees is out of my range, brother.
It's way out of my range. One thing I did want to talk to you about though, Semper, while we're here, we have 6 people here now watching. So
I see that.
I guess that's good, but I caught you. I did rewatch your Not of This World stream. Very.
I got a lot of shit for that one.
I liked it somewhat.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Not 100%, but a little. He liked it a little bit.
I liked it 80%.
For some reason, there's a lot of people who have absolutely no combat experience that are very, very gung ho about some type of civil war, and it's always people who've never seen combat.
You're preaching to the choir on that. I don't understand why people want to start
because they don't know what it's like.
Yeah, and look, I don't know what it's like either. But I don't want to start one. Are you kidding me? That would be disastrous.
Well, it would be exactly what they want you to do.
So, hey,
Then they could call you a white nationalist neo-Nazi that just snapped and started shooting people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's kind of been a theme on the Gamma Hugbox. This whole
Yes, I was
Civil
told I
War
would get hugs. This is the box where I get hugs, right?
said something like that.
I need that after the beating I took on the last stream I did.
Well, you should have seen the first couple of episodes. We took us a while to figure out what a hug box was to begin with. We didn't know at first.
I know
But,
what a fart box is.
It's very similar to a fart box.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but we're in the swing of things now. There will be hugging going on.
Oh, Laura's here. Hey, Laura.
Yeah, Laura B. And Owen Benjamin highlights.
Oh, by the way, retweet, like go on the social media and put this stuff out there. So I guess if somebody would go into my Discord and drop it there, I guess I'm already in my Discord. I'll drop it in my Discord.
Well, Sam's usually on top of all that. I know it's already in my server.
Let me check. I haven't been in my Discord forever.
I'll put it in my. I'll put it in my server as well. Although, if it's in my server, then the
because the spirit animal gets really angry with Discord because it's just an explosion of notifications, and so I've turned my notifications off, and then I forget about it.
Oh,
I got you, Semper. Hang on.
that makes
I'm trying
sense.
to pull it right now. I gotta go.
I got it. It says 3 Gamma Hug Box 11, 3 Mexicans and a dude from Florida. No, 3 Texans.
Yeah, right.
You just automatically assume that I thought you said you weren't Mexican, Scorpio.
He's definitely Mexican. He is like in Little Mexico down there. He's in the armpit of Texas.
Yeah,
he's like,
literally.
I go to the beach, and I'm like, no, you go to Mexico's toilet. That's where you go. That is not the beach.
Well,
that's racist, Joe.
It's fine, but it's true. Just because something's racist doesn't mean it ain't true.
All right, we got it all sorted out, right? We got the links everywhere. We got more and more people showing up.
Yep.
So why don't we introduce our guest, Mr. Semper Reloaded?
Well,
Hold on, let
Mr.
me put my notification out.
I definitely think that Semper Reloaded is a legend.
He's a legendary asshole.
Bare words.
Yeah, well,
Furthest thing there is from an asshole. I do all right. I do okay for myself. I've been sitting at 870 subs for like 6 months now. So I guess that's okay.
Oh, wait, why the hell did so many people leave my that's weird.
Why? Because you introduced me, and so everybody's like, ah, fuck this guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's generally what happens. I'm used to it.
You're staying.
I want to get to 1,000 so I can send out a community post. That's my life goal.
Same here. That's all I want.
But you guys will watch me skyrocket. If I end up losing my job because I won't take this vaccine, I'm gonna go full fucking grifter. I'm gonna go full magatard grifter. I will private everything I have. I will completely erase my Twitter, and I will go straight up fucking magatard grifter. I'll have to make money for my family. That's a whole different monster. Right now, I make enough money to where I can be ideologically sound, but I'm telling you, if I gotta make money, you're gonna see it. I'm gonna make Gavin McGinnis look like a child.
Hey, if you if that happens, give me a call. I could always get back on that grift as well.
Could you imagine me screaming about losing my job over a fucking vaccination? Oh my god, that would be epic streams.
Well, do you think that would work so well on YouTube though? I mean, the way things have been going.
Find out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll be having to go the Owen Benjamin route and start doing fucking PO boxes and lemons.
Doing the lemon dance.
Which, by the way, for the record, speaking of Owen, have you noticed that he has not made partner? Or at least the last time I checked, he wasn't partnered.
Well, that has something to do with his X tag, doesn't it?
I have no idea. I just noticed he wasn't partner. What the hell do I know?
Well, you're the Mr. Lemon aficionado here. You're the
please. I have like 3 people on my D Live now when I go live. I did hit the top of the list one time though. I was number 1 on D Live for a minute.
And you're on Twitch. You're Mr.
Yeah, all 5 of my subs on Twitch. Now
YouTube's Mr. Alternative platform.
But if I legitimately went to D Live and like switched all the way over to D Live and made that my primary, I could probably grow it, but I don't know.
D Live is still too weird for me to use as a primary.
D Live doesn't cast anything. You can't cast it to your TV or anything like that, and there's no apps anywhere outside of Android and iOS. So
yeah,
that's a deal breaker for me. If I can't cast it to my TV, it's a deal breaker. And if I can't run it while I have my phone closed, I can't do it.
They just recently allowed background play on the iOS app, but it's not like it doesn't consistently work.
Well, at least that's something, right?
Yeah, it's on they got it on Android too, but yeah, it's a pale comparison to YouTube, that's for sure.
Yeah, all right. So we got there's the new thing, Rumble.
Oh yeah, that's where all the grifters are migrating there. There's a bunch of them already over there.
I mean, to be fair, I'm over there too, but my channel over there isn't doing anything. So other than acting as like a backup,
live only. So like well, not D Live only, but D Live primary. So like JJ Stoner, Boogie Bumper, they're Joy Pesci, they're all D Live primary or D Live only.
Oh, let's see. The Gamma is here now, I believe.
Hey, holy shit, he rocked.
Can you dudes hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can.
Okay.
We can hear
you. All right. What's that?
Hello, I am Apex.
I am a robot. I have a robot vagina.
I'm Sammy's retard.
Yeah, that too. Okay, I'm having issues with my mic. Hold on.
Clearly.
It sounds good to me. You should have heard it last week.
That was out loud. I'm sorry. I thought I had my compression high enough.
All right, fuck it. We'll just yell into my phone.
Do it live.
Just yell into the phone as usual. Must be nice. Sammy, you looking sharp tonight, young man?
Well, I thank you.
Yes, of course.
I know you got the merch blazer going on. Nice.
Yeah.
I've got the tweed jacket on. So
nice. Semper, how are you, buddy? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on, man.
I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah. So, what did I miss? You guys just talking shit to each other before I got here? Or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, awesome. Pretty much.
Whole bunch of bullshit.
Right
on. So anyway, Scorpio.
Yes.
You told us off air before we started the show that you have some fan mail or something.
That's right. That's right, Sam. I got a super chat.
Did it come
I
in
got
a PO box?
It came in my mailbox.
Nice. Doxing yourself.
Yeah, I'd like to read that very quickly. This is from the letterhead says from the desk of Saucin. It says, "Dear E Scorpio, enclosed is a super chat, and that's $1.
Uh-oh.
$1 super chat. Super chat and a handwritten letter stained with gamma tears. The eyeliner smears are not from crying, but laugh crying at Owen and his dumb bear colt. You make fun of my grammar misspelled, and now you can make fun of my handwriting. You are welcome. I wish you and all the Gammas a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Special shout out to Bruce City, Semper, Starshine, Nacho, Chuck, and mostly Saucin. Love, Saucin, Lemon Queen." And you can see the verified Gamma handwriting right there.
And from what I've been told, tomorrow is the horrorversary.
Is it?
Yes, right. That's right.
That's what I hear. It's the horrorversary tomorrow. So happy horrorversary, Saucin.
Oh, that is very sweet of Saucin. And
Yes.
yeah.
What's that now?
She broke me out of a cult. She will forever have my loyalty.
Now, Semper,
I
for
mean, I
those
tried
people-
for a few months, Emperor, but I gave up.
I know you attacked the shit out of me for a few months. I remember Mr. Clip videos of my fucking military service and then talk shit on fucking YouTube. You think I don't remember that little comment you left on my Clip channel? Oh, I remember.
I think you confused me with somebody because I certainly never talked shit about your military career or anything of the sort. I would berate you in your live streams and sometimes in your comment sections, but
Oh yeah, but everybody knows I don't read comments, so
yeah. But it was, just like anybody else I'd berated most of the time. If the Bears were ignorant, I'm not wasting my time. But you struck me as a smart dude even back then. And there were people that vouched for you
on my Clip channel, and because I remember you had a killer up front for your clips. That little Predator thing was awesome. But yeah, no, I remember your name very specifically. I was like, fuck that guy. But yeah, no, you didn't talk shit about my military career. You called bullshit on my military career.
Oh,
I'll go to it. Well, it's privated, and I didn't make that channel. I had somebody that was doing it for me. So, and he, for whatever
that's
reason,
a little out of character for me.
But
That's a little out of character for me. But
I remember there was this douchebag named Semper Fish at the time who would always
he went hard.
Yeah,
I told everybody not to. I told everybody in that specific video, like you can go back and look. I told everybody like, don't do this. Like I'm not fighting this.
Well,
because I think internet fights are stupid.
Well, and
which
see,
is probably why I've been stuck at 870 for the last 6 months.
Well, and see, I initially thought that the Semper Fish was the same as Semper Bear, which
a
was
lot of
you.
people did.
So
He was another military guy that went hard. So
I remember I came into your chat once and I was like, "Fuck you! What's your problem with me?" And you're like, "I don't have a problem with you. I don't even know who you are." So,
I don't have a problem with anyone. That's what cracks me up because I take so much shit for not even being friends with somebody, but not having a problem with someone.
Yeah. It's the lines in the sand shit with these internet clicks is it's very real. Depending on depending on who you talk to.
See, I don't even call them clicks. I call them like pathways, channels. I call them gates because that's what they are. You've got your conservative grifter gate, and then you've got, of course, the liberal side. Then you've got your YouTube side, which is ones with millions and millions and millions of hits, as long as you're willing to say the shit that YouTube wants you to say, and then you pay them enough money. And then you've got your Gamergate crowd that goes right down the line. And if you don't adhere to literally every single thing they say, they will eject your ass out faster than you can fucking blink.
Well, it does happen a lot. I see it all the time. I've experienced it myself.
Well, it happens in person too. I remember when I was at the State College of Florida, I was thinking of starting a Turning Point USA chapter, and long. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
I would
no.
rather eat razor blades than have anything to do with
Oh yeah, well, me too. Now in hindsight,
Sammy was a
but
starry-eyed baby boy back then.
They
So.
would have
Yeah.
done terrible things to your asshole, Sam.
well, we'll get this. They at one point. So at one point, I never started a chapter with Turning Point, thank God. But at one point, they offered me basically a kind of like a job to do a podcast for their news site or whatever. And then a week before, and I was going to do it with a friend of mine. And then a week before, my friend was supposed to move out to Chicago because he was getting paid by Turning Point. A week before he moved out to Chicago, they dismissed him because his services were no longer needed. And long story short, Charlie was. Long story short, Charlie canned him because my friend's ex went and cried to Charlie that, unnamed person broke up with me. So he's such a meanie. Can you do something? So my friend got canned from Turning Point over a girl, and my friend woke up and kind of left politics and is helping his parents with their small business and is way happier with it. And then they tried to give me his position, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think so. You screwed over one of my friends. What's to say you're not going to do the same to me?
You know what the only thing worse than being than Charlie Kirk is? Having Charlie Kirk as your boss.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I do not. Well, there's a bunch of stuff I don't regret passing up on, but that makes the top of the list. So.
All right. We're on Restream. I could turn my camera on here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, dudes.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, dudes? How we doing? All right. So what's
He's
next
got
on the
a little
docket?
metal cage.
That's my desk.
Part of your bunk bed.
Yeah, it's my bunk bed. Yeah. I sleep up there on the thin part, All right, so what do we got for stories? Anything specific we want to? I'm sorry I missed the beginning of the show, but as usual, everything fell apart at work in the last fucking 45 minutes or so. And then I've tried to do the pre-show with you guys, and I fucked all the money up. Like money was all over the place. So I had to. So I'm like, you know what? If I don't get the fuck out of here, I'm gonna be here all fucking night. So,
Yeah, you didn't miss much. Let me see. We still got all the same topics. We haven't gone over anything yet.
Laura said
right
she
on.
needs the super chat address, so dox yourself.
All right. Yeah. So you were saying before the show, Semper, that of all the things, you scrolled through the things that we posted in the show prep was Ethan Ralph. You're familiar with
the only person out of all the stuff I saw in the show prep that I know nothing about. I literally know virtually nothing. I know about what is going on from what I've seen in Twitter in regards to his shall we call it custody case, and I know some of the stuff I saw through Mersh and Drummer, but outside of that, it's kind of like Owen, where there's like two sources that I have that I actually see stuff about him, and that's it. So I'm probably I've probably maybe watched maybe 2 or 3 minutes total of Ralph in my entire streaming career.
If Drummer is a good place to go to catch up. I mean, Scorps isn't the biggest fan because he can be long-winded. I do give you that, but he does a decent job of putting it several days worth of Ethan Ralph fuck ups or various other people's fuck ups into a 20-minute video or something, to kind of hit all the relevant points. And
I see him as he is to Ralph what Milker is to Owen, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Although
shout out to
Milker may or may not be dead. We don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, shout out to Milker Nation. Hope he's doing well.
Milker's the only way I ever find out anything about Owen. like that's how little I pay attention to Owen. But I will tell you what, man, that what is that guy's name? The goofy dude with the owl. What is his name? James True. Listen, that 10-part fucking series of Owen and James True was a goddamn masterpiece.
Oh, Digital Jonestown. Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, that's also
what Milker did with that James True versus Owen was just fucking amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Milker always made me so proud.
I was hoping he would go back, because I don't have any avenue to him, but man, I was really hoping he would go back and do a series on Crowder and Owen, and go back and do a series on Joe Rogan and Owen, and just do the same thing for all of his greatest hits.
I don't know how much of that's accessible anymore.
That might be why. I mean, I don't really think Milker's dead, but that might be why he's not posting much anymore. Is because if you've ever tried to download something from DLive, you have a better chance of just bashing your face into a rock over and over to get the information and try to download from DLive.
Well, I mean that's not hard. That's not hard to do, Semper. You
you got to have the balls to do it.
True, that's true.
Apex does it every day, so
yeah. Milker and Digital Jonestown have been AWOL for a few weeks, so prayers go out to him. I hope he's just. I mean, trust me, I know as well as everyone else.
Owen just got really fucking boring. Did you ever think of that?
I was going to say, I know just as well as everyone else in the chat, the burnout, especially the Owen burnout. And I mean, I've heard content creators say for years, depending on what they make, what their content is, almost always get burnt out on it if you do it exclusively. And it is the holiday season, Owen's pretty much buried himself. So,
well, I mean, what are you going to say? Hey guys, Owen's talking about dicks again.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I mean, I feel like he was doing his journalistic duty with Owen, especially with the regular updates or the daily live stream breakdowns where you take 3 hours and chop it down into 45 minutes or an hour.
Well, hold on, Pat. You're right. Totally not Alan. You Alan and fucking Jesus. What is his name? Johnny. Alan and Johnny. Even Alan and Johnny got bored with Owen. I never thought I'd see the day where Johnny Arcade got bored with Owen.
Dude, Johnny Arcade, I witnessed him get bored and fucking quit Owen completely at least twice.
Oh, have you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, because I mean, the burnout is real, dude. When you nothing ever fucking happens. He says the same shit over and over. People leave, but then they're replaced with other fucking retards. And you can save some, but then more always come. And eventually, no matter what your goal is, you're gonna get fucking frustrated because nothing ever happens.
Owen, is that all you guys talk about? I haven't talked about Owen in months.
No, yeah, we don't talk about Owen on this show either, but it's the one thing we all have in common. And it's your first time on the show, so why the fuck not? We're just flowing, freestyling, bro. That's what we do here.
What's
So
funny
what's on the prep?
What were you saying, Sam?
What's funny is there are people who get upset if I talk, Owen, and then there are people who get upset if I don't
Yeah.
talk about Owen.
That's the thing. You can't please everybody, man. So
No, you can't.
So it's like we just got to talk about what's natural to us. So
no, that's one of the beauties of having a diverse subgroup that are in chat that kind of all, at least out of respect, get along with each other for the most part in my chat. Is no matter what I say, somebody gets pissed off at me. It's awesome.
Well, right.
It's fucking awesome.
Sometimes that should be the goal.
Well,
yeah, that's most of the fun. So we should probably talk about Owen this whole time just to piss that dude off. That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Wait, did somebody say they wanted to talk about Owen?
Honestly,
let's deep dive into the court documents. Let's go, Scorpio.
Right. No, I don't think there's much to cover there. At least not now.
No,
what court documents there is that could be covered, or at least arrest record, is old Ethan Ralph. I don't know if I had the screenshot of it.
Kevin said I can't bear to hear this.
Who said that?
Kevin.
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm sorry.
There was
and tomorrow's horrorversary, so you're gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah, on the Whitfield report, special horrorversary edition.
A special anniversary edition of the Whitfield report.
I've been going through a bunch of my old vids, and I'm looking for like specific ones, but I literally have like 500 Owen videos on my phone still. But most of them are ones I either uploaded already to the Apex, the original Apex Gamma channel, which got nuked, or they're videos that I recorded and didn't upload because I recorded a longer version after it, or you know what I mean? I did different commentary or whatever. But there's still some gems in there, and some of them go back, not as far back as I was hoping, because I had the Joe Rogan shit. I had that cuck fucking apology that he did sitting in front of his piano. Where he fucking, Joe Rogan is a good guy. He called me. You know what I mean? Same thing he fucking did with Crowder. When they fucking call him and talk to him, he crumbles like a fucking bitch. Because I mean, that's most people.
How many people do that?
Yeah, well, exactly. But like, it's the internet fight shit, because people don't do that in real life, generally speaking. I mean, if you use your voice,
that's how you pick up fame, man. That's how you increase your subs, and
it
can't do it. It's just not in my nature.
Internet blood sports is a thing, but what you can do is just have hardline stances and don't apologize for them. That seems to work well too. And I mean, if some of those opinions are edgy, that works well too, but you just got to broadcast that shit. You don't have to be mean to anybody. Just say what you think and say fuck everybody else if you don't like it. People like that. Which, I mean, I guess you do, but but just saying in general,
I say what's on my mind.
Hey, Jeff, I appreciate the Carl Sagan reference there. Jeff O'Donnell in the chat says that I'm looking like Carl Sagan. Usually I get
Well, what's he saying? You look like a corpse, or
no? He's saying what's that?
Michael J. Fox.
You look like a dead man.
No, I've
like the number 10 in Japanese.
Scorps, yes.
I have cerebral palsy, not the same thing as Parkinson's. So.
Oh, forgive you got that stuff people are getting with this vaccination, huh?
I'm cerebral palsy. No,
Parkinson's. Hold on, guys.
That's
okay. Who doesn't have fucking headphones on?
Me.
God damn it, Apex!
I told you, I'm fucking yelling into my phone. I was trying to get the stream up on my laptop here, but my phone was blocking my cursor. So, boomer as fuck.
Turn your compression up.
What?
Okay.
No, we were talking We were talking about how Sam has Bell's palsy.
Oh yeah, right. Because he got the vaccination, he didn't want to tell anybody. Yeah.
No.
Hey, if you take this vaccine, Sam, will it fix you? Like, will it have a reverse effect of what it has on people?
No.
Oh,
No. No. I am gonna have to address this on the stream tomorrow, brother. But there is a difference between cerebral palsy and Bell's palsy, which I don't even understand.
They're two different.
Forgive my ignorance.
Illnesses, Sam. So yeah,
they're two different things. One is gay, and then the other is cerebral palsy, which still sucks.
One's for the gays, the other is for Roman death rape machine.
One looks like you're always smoking a cigar, and one doesn't.
One looks like you're Two-Faced without makeup, the other doesn't. Oh man! So Semper, you've been doing a lot of gaming streams lately. I've noticed with the boy. That seems fun.
Yeah,
huh?
no, my dudes are awesome. I have a blast with them. He actually gets excited about it, so that's why I've been doing them so much. Is because he wants to do them with me, and if he wants to do them with me, then that's great. And we've gotten a lot of audio. That video that Bruce City did with the hot sauce was just she killed it. And
she always fucking does, dude. She's such a beast. She's a goddamn wizard. I've seen it with my own eyes now.
For me, listening to it, like because I hear him talk, because he's my kid, I hear him talk all the time. But listening to it back in that video and just hearing how happy he is when he does it, that makes everything worth it. That makes the 70 to 90 views I get on those videos worth it.
Yeah, fuck the views, man. Like
And when he won, like the other day we were playing, and he won on Fall Guys for the first time ever, and I got it on stream, and it was like just an explode. Like it was great as a dad, watching him get excited, watching him be able to repeat the stuff he hears on all the clickbait videos he watches, with the like and subscribe, don't miss another stream. Like that, for me, that makes me unbelievably happy. So
that's awesome, dude. I mean, because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Very cool. But the last, I think you've done at least one follow-up. The Yuri stream that you did was the one that Brew and I clipped into the Semper Just the Tip video. We're like, you're going to watch a guy from the 70s and 80s giving head in 2020. But yeah, no, that's Yuri. Yuri's good stuff. And I was just curious did you do a follow-up video on that, or?
No, I mean, I went through the entire Yuri video, but I mean, dude, like seriously, it's become extremely difficult to stream in the last year because, a big part of what I did was, like the Theoretical Tuesday thing, like that was a huge part of my channel. And it's like, now I can't, the beauty of Theoretical Tuesday was I would take shit that is just off the wall, unbelievable shit. Like, the ice wall, what's on the other side of the ice wall, directed energy weapons tied through 5G that, is DNA targeted, just finding the craziest conspiracy theories I could and try to figure out how to weave that into a fictional story. That was the fun of that. But then COVID hit, and then all of a sudden shit that I wouldn't even put in there because it wasn't fucking believable is now reality. So what can I take that's crazy ass shit and weave it into a fictional story and have it be more shocking than real life is right now? If you would have told me a year ago that we would be handing over our physical rights left and right, and that SCOTUS just completely would refuse to hear everything, I'd have told you were fucking out of your mind. Like, well, that would have been the stupidest. Like, if I would have made a Theoretical Tuesday about what's happened over the last year, everybody been like, dude, that's fucking unbelievable. Can you write a fictional story that people actually be, yeah, we're all going to be walking around in masks and people are going to tell you to get out of the fucking store if you don't have a mask? Come on, dude.
Alex
we're not just going to wear masks. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just going to close America down.
Yeah,
And you guys know I'm right.
no, you're
You know
absolutely
I'm
right.
right.
But what's funny, it's funny though, because people have been saying this kind of shit. The Alex Joneses, I mean, they've said far more than just this, but you know, a lot of this stuff has been said, lumped in with, many other conspiracy theories, and they were called crazy. It wasn't,
You want to
it
do
wasn't.
conspiracy theory? Why the fuck did we not know that that the coked up turtle was married to some CCP bitch for like the last 25 years? Seriously, how did we not know that until he decided to say, "Hey, let's go with this presidency"?
I'm
You're
not
talking
sure
about
what.
McConnell?
Yeah, they all knew it. Have you
Yeah.
seen his wife? His wife is fucking connected over in China.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
Well,
how did we not know that until
And
he decided to not, pump the Trump?
And I knew that. So Apex, I do want to kind of address that because last night you and everyone else thought I was flipping out and just kind of giving up on the whole.
Let me really
Bi-
piss everybody off.
no, Sam, no. Like I said on stream, it was your tone, it was your delivery.
Yeah.
Less about what you said.
Well,
Well,
I
it's
had
very
heard
simple.
about
Okay,
that.
so let me
I had heard
reiterate
about
because
that stream.
I did have somebody who has been a part of my channel for since like almost the inception of it. So several years. This person's been a part, and they were disappointed in some of the directions that I went, and so it was really more of a clarification than anything. So just to reiterate on this channel that has 23 people watching right now, I'm not saying don't do anything. I'm not saying quit. What I'm saying is invert yourself into the people that you can develop relationships with, not internet relationships.
That's
Don't go out
exactly
and
what I
join
said
some
last
fucking
night.
militia
and,
that you don't
and
know.
that's what I
anybody.
was saying last night
That-
too.
That's
Sit
exactly
down
what
with the
the
people that are
conclusion of the
around
night.
you, and then once you have that fire team, then you get to know your neighbor, and when you get to know your neighbor, you develop a squad, and then when you get to know your community, then you have a platoon, and that is how you form it. You focus on what you have control over. You can't just bring a bunch of people in and say, let's fight this shit. That's not how it works. That's how it gets subverted. That's how feds send people in to get you to do stupid shit. So
Yeah.
what you have to do is if you're going to fight with somebody, and this is military or anything else, I'm not going to have somebody watch my six in a combat scenario that I don't know, that I don't trust. And so the general idea on the internet with this whole boogaloo, which is boogaloo a boober term by now? Like,
Yeah.
No, it's still
like
thrown
boogaloo's
around.
not a thing anymore, right? It's become
No, it's definitely
like Ben
still
Shapiro
thrown
said
around.
it, so now nobody wants to
I think
talk about it anymore.
I think it's more ironic though. Yeah.
But
It's the-
but this whole Civil War shit, that's what everybody's saying. And it's like you have to be able to trust the people you're fighting with, because if you can't trust the people you're fighting with, then then you have a unit that's broken. And so that's the thing. And where do you start that? Well, I mean, if you're in a town where you have a close-knit community and your PTA has everybody in it that you know and you live next to, and you bring fucking pies over to their house when people die and shit like that, and you know their names and their grandma's name and their kids' names, then that's one thing. But when you're in the situation that most people are in, you don't know your fucking neighbors. You don't know the people that live next to you. And if you're in the city, you definitely don't. So you have to start with that unit and then move out from that family unit. And that's what I was trying to say. Apparently, I didn't clarify that.
Well, no, because so people were getting mad at me last night simply because on my stream I was essentially trying to say the same thing. I mean, at this point, I was saying that I'm upset that Biden won, but I'm at the point where rather than screaming about the fact that Biden is winning, I'd rather get super focused and, like you said, get to know the people around me and, prepare that way. as opposed to just.
But the reality is, if somebody was going to win, Biden is the most like neocon boomer conservative that you could get out of the entire fucking lot of.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a shit show if he actually takes.
You know, and at that point, if he won, you got to treat it like Obama, which is like, all right, fuck this. I'm gonna focus on the shit that I can't control.
Exactly, which is what I was saying, and longtime listeners were like, "You're giving up, you're quitting, and I'm like, no, I'm just saying that, I'm not going to be enraged about it 24/7.
Well, because there's two ways to fight.
Pay attention.
There's offensive fighting and defensive fighting, and when you're in a position to where there's no avenue of winning on offensive fighting because they've subverted offensive fighting. Owning the libs, that's all was to subvert the offense. So what you have to do is you have to stand back and you have to see the whole picture and you have to look at it and you have to be strategic about it. It's like when somebody's lying to you. Do you walk up right in their face and confront them? No, I don't. I sit back and I let them lie to me and let them think they're getting away with it. And I just watch and see what they're doing. How deep is this? How big is this? How far down does this hole go? Well, I'm not going to be able to find out without dying how far down the hole goes if I just jump into it. But if I stand back and I watch and I start dropping little stuff down there and I test it and I validate it, then, that's a more strategic way to do it and fewer people die. But you have to be able to do that because you can, Kevin was talking about these freedom cells. You can have freedom cells, but those are easily subverted. If you don't know the people that are around you, you can be subverted. I mean, I love my 20-year-old to death, but I ain't fighting with him because he's turning into a fucking Austin little libtard.
Here's the thing. It sounds like we're talking about a bunch of different things here. Semper, we were having a conversation the other day. I mean, there's a lot of language being thrown around about fighting and whatnot, but what exactly is everybody supposed to be fighting? Because the conversation we were having the other day was focusing on the things that are important to you, be it your family, your career. There's more important things to worry about than national politics, in other words.
Shocker.
Yeah, local politics for one.
Yeah.
Well, and no politics for, how about that one?
Well, if you're going to focus on politics, though, local politics is where you should pay attention. That's where you can really make a change.
Yeah, and that's the point.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is going to come down to states, and so just make sure you're not in a fucked up state.
Well, I mean, I think I hate to answer for Semper, but my interpretation of the language used as far as fighting and stuff, and is just sort of poetic because something that I think, an argument that I've had many times over the last several years is like the idea of should or should you not spank your kids for any reason whatsoever. And my argument, I'm not saying that anybody should or shouldn't, but my argument for not cutting it out of your head completely is that violence is a consequence in this world. It's kind of the ultimate consequence in this world, especially when kids grow up and dealing with other people. And if they, I grew up in a world that was, of course we lived in, it wasn't that long ago, but ultimately my behavior was societally dictated. Like the people around me, my behavior, if I acted out of line, I'd get fucking beat up based on, or if I'd get, something would happen as a result. And so the idea that violence exists and there's consequences for your actions, again, I don't think any kid should or shouldn't, but I don't think parents should rule it out, and they should make their most informed decision. Because when I got my ass spanked as a kid, my dad told me every fucking time until I got old enough to it not really hurt me as much, and I would just pretend cry, that it hurt him more than it hurt me. It hurt him more than it hurt me, because it was a little fucking shithead, and I respected nobody. I didn't do anything that anybody told me ever.
But we're
So I think
talking in the context. We're talking in the context of being upset over the results of a
I know that.
presidential election.
I'm sorry. That was
You
that
know,
was a long-winded that was a long. Shut
Well,
up.
it's a question that came out from one of my anti-Ralph people. Should you spank your kid? It was on Twitter recently, and mine's very simple. And I've raised several boys. It's very simple. If your kid doesn't have the cognitive ability to think, then you have to use the threat and the fear to do it. I can count on one hand how many times I've spanked my kids, and I can count on 0 hands how many times I've spanked my kids after the age of 6. Because once they can start talking and start understanding like cognitive reasoning, then you can start mentally fucking them. And mentally fucking them is the fear that you can instill just by the unknown.
Yeah.
Is like
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Homie
no doubt.
Brahman's almost 18 years old, and he is still unbelievably terrified of what would happen if he did certain things, because
That's good.
he's 97% sure that I wouldn't snap and kill him on something. But that 3% is a big deal.
Yeah.
Like he would go, well, what'll happen? And I'll, oh, well, I mean, you'll find out, dude. Like I never told them what their punishment was going to be. I wouldn't say, look, if you go out, you're going to be grounded for a month, because then they have the ability to weigh that decision. Is this worth a month of grounding or is it not? It's a return on investment. It's a risk assessment. So you don't give them the option to risk. Oh, you'll find out. And then you find creative ways to screw with them. I used to, if he wouldn't clean his room, I would take his charger for his DS and I would remove it. And then he'd go, hey, you see my charger DS? I'm like, not recently, which is not lying to him because I put it away. So I hadn't seen it in a while. I'm like, what'd you do with it, dude? I'm like, did you leave it over to your mom's? And then he'd go, I don't know. I'm like, well, I mean, your room's a mess, dude. Have you looked through your room? Maybe you should try cleaning up your room and
Like
you'll find,
you to.
you'll find your charger. And then I would screw with him, make him go over to his mom's, clean his mom's room and stuff like that. He's like, I still can't find it. I'm like, fine, dude. If you can't find it, I'll buy it. I'm like, but seriously, like, did you clean out your closet? Go look. Could it potentially be in your closet? Well, I don't know. I don't remember putting it in my closet. And then he'd go and clean out his closet. Well, I hid it in the back corner of his closet. So he had to clean his entire closet to get there. And then when he finally started to get wise to that stuff, I would just smirk at him and look at him and go, well, maybe it would have been easier for you to just clean your room when I told you to.
Yeah. Also, I apologize for derailing that even further with the
oh no, I love it.
thing.
Hey, let me tell you something. I love talking about the creative ass military Marine Corps mind fuckery ways I've come to be able to really mess with my kid, because I don't have to yell. I don't have to get mad. I don't have to get angry. I just have to look at him and go, really, dude? This is the direction you want to go. Are you sure? Okay, go ahead.
That was the kind of the answer.
No. Go ahead, dude. You're more than well. And then I'll do the, I'll be like, oh no, go. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. What's gonna happen? Oh, please. I bet. Is today the day? Is today the day you're gonna try that? Because my God, yes. Let's do this.
So I guess instead of trying to answer for you at this point, to reiterate Scorpio's question, with the talk of fighting and stuff and people at your back and at your 6 and stuff, I interpret that as poetic kind of hyperbole and preparation for the worst. That's why I used the child spanking example, because violence is an ultimate consequence in this world. Like we have to be, that has to be in your mind. Maybe not always, but you have to be cognizant that violence exists, be it unintentional or intentional. So Scorpio was asking if what you meant specifically by the way you were wording your interpretation of what people need to do as far as, closing ranks. And again, you used a lot of military terminology.
It's zeroing down into your tactical units. And that's what it is. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm the most docile creature on the planet, man. Like, I don't fight on the internet. When people have attacked me on the internet, I've approached them offline, I don't engage, like, even on my Twitter, I don't engage with really arguing or doing any of that with people. Like, I'll make fun of like national level people, but I don't like try to get in these conversations with people. I've kicked a couple of hornets nests and just immediately backed out and been like, all right, if you guys want to be ideologically inconsistent fucking magatards, then by all means, but don't think you're any better than they are. You fucking dox people.
Yeah.
And then I leave it at that. I'm like, whatever. I don't really care. But you want to find out what I can do to you? Fuck with my kids. Fuck with my kids. Come and actually try to do something that threatens the lives of the people I'm close to. And then you're going to see what I'm capable of. But outside of that, I'm not going to do anything. You do whatever you want to me. I'm not going to fucking hurt anybody for me. I don't give a shit about me. And that's the thing is you've got a bunch of people. And again, I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but from what I've seen at a national level, when it comes to this, you've got a bunch of people that don't have connections to anybody and they just want to feel important in this life. And standing up and owning people on the internet and all of that shit makes them feel important. Going out and being part of a group that's going to fight the good fight makes them feel important. It makes them feel like their life has worth. And that is not the reason to fight for something. It's not.
No.
The reason to fight for something is because these people around you are people I love, and you are threatening the life of the people I love. That is when you fight. That's why I would never go overseas. That's why if they instituted the draft, I would just pull my boys in on my land. They wouldn't have to work at all. I'd do all the grocery shopping. And if the government wanted to come get them, they'd have to come. But that would be the day that I die. Because you're not taking them. They're not going to some other fucking country to fight for your shit. They're not. I won't let them.
Well, and that's not to get off on too much of a tangent, but that is one thing that I find interesting about you because
Scorpio looks like
that is one thing. That is one thing I find Scorpio. That is one thing I find interesting about.
We already walked off the tangent, man.
Is your military guy yourself? I mean, you served, so one would think that you would be like, "Oorah, my
yeah," because I bought into the bullshit in 9/11, just like everybody else did. Look, you want to, because I know the one thing Scorpio was like, the Hugbox isn't political, okay?
No. I think Sammy is just about to highlight a point that I think Scorpio was trying to make, in that because you're a former Marine or former military, period, that you. But go ahead, Sammy. Please finish your point.
100% believe that I was fighting for freedom when I was in the Marine Corps. 100%. I thought everything I did. I thought the weapons inspectors not being able to be let in, the patrols that we did on the neutral zones, protecting the helos, stuff like that. I thought that was us protecting our freedoms, but that's not what that was. And we know that's not what that was now. And the reality is that we shouldn't be in any other countries, period. We never should have been in World War II, never should have been in World War I, never should have been in Vietnam. We have a fucking country with 3 goddamn entry points. 3. If you're going to win at Risk, North America is what you need to have to win in Risk. If you don't have North America, you never win Risk. It's a game, Scorpio. Don't look at me puzzled like that. It's a board game. It's a great one. But anybody who wins, you have to secure North and South America, period. And that's what we are. We're surrounded by fucking oceans. We've got our pants, which is Mexico, and then we've got our hat, which is Canada, but
and then we've got our dick, which is Florida.
Yeah. It is a penis, huh? Droopy penis, but it's a penis. But
it's a dick.
But let's fight them over there so we don't have to fight them over here. Are you fucking kidding me? You point to one thing that has happened that didn't have government involvement. Go ahead. Pearl Harbor.
I used to believe in that same mindset.
Every single negative thing that has ever happened in this country is to get the population to be agreeable to send people like me and people like my kids over to die somewhere outside of the U.S. There's never been an invasion on the U.S. soil in the entire time we've been there. And it's not because we're over there fighting the fucking muzzies. It's not.
So, Scorpio.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No.
You guys are setting me off tonight. What about Ethan Ralph? What were you
No.
guys saying about Ethan Ralph?
We're way past that.
Oh,
Wait,
shit. Sam just left the building.
Oh, did the stream die? Are we dead?
Sam was like, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Well, I don't know that the stream could continue without him.
I think it is.
My dudes are
Dan
awesome.
Crenshaw. Hey, you know what, Jeff? Fuck that Dan Crenshaw motherfucker. He stole my reloaded shit. That motherfucker could take his little one eye and fuck right off.
We guys, we're still streaming.
I'll kick your fucking ass.
Yeah, we're still
What's up? This is the Scorpio Semper Hugbox on the Whitfield report, coming at you live. Sam's on vacation.
Oh wait.
Is he back?
No, wait, there we go. No, but Sam's still gone.
There he is.
No, wait, there he
Okay.
He's in
All right.
demilitarized zone.
DMZ.
Oh,
now
thank God
cameras
the
are all
stream is
different.
still up.
Yeah, it is. We were running the show, man.
Yeah, now Semper's running the show.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go
Yeah, no,
ahead.
Semper's
What
in
were
charge.
you guys saying about Ethan Ralph?
We weren't. We were well past Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, we can't go back to. There's no
Well,
going back now. We're off. We're off the tangent.
Nuclear button if you don't
We're
want
off the fucking. We're off the reservation, bro.
You guys have all seen my streams. Don't push my fucking buttons.
No, man, that's good.
I need a recap on Sam's
I know
show last
Sam
night.
saw it. I know Sam saw it, and I think see Scorpio. But Apex, did you see my 4-hour Ben Shapiro? When they were doing the Groiper Wars, and Ben Shapiro did that speech for the Groipers and was being so fucking dismissive.
Oh, I mean, I remember that speech, but I don't think I saw your.
I played that video, and it was a 4-hour stream of just me shitting all over Ben, going nuclear every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
That was my favorite stream, dude. Outside of my Owen streams, that one got more hits than anything else. Everybody's like, "That was awesome," and I'm like, "Fuck that guy."
See, Semper, you don't have to like hate people. You just have to like hate things and hate things about people and like play them on a stream and yell about it, and people will. They love it.
I need to. Did you see the red flag law ones? Because I went
Oh,
up.
yeah.
I saw those. Well, and see the
If you
thing
guys
with
like
is,
that, I'll start doing that shit more. That's easier to do because I look at my Twitter and scream that shit all the time.
I was gonna say, bro, I guarantee you, looking at your being friends, following you on Twitter and stuff, and the way you were like, I could do fucking videos about shit that I come across on Twitter, like an article and like a few comments, and just fucking rail for a fucking 7-minute video or something.
that's what the Whitfield report initially was. It was me going through the news and just raging about shit, and then
Go ahead. Sorry.
after a while, my voice, I couldn't keep screaming because I would literally get like a sore throat. So, but
That was probably from the dicks, Sammy.
Yeah, I got to keep that in my back pocket though, in case I lose my job for this vaccination thing, because that's a key component to going full grifter.
I don't think that's gonna happen, dude. I think that's another scare tactic. I mean,
Well, they
people,
redid the wording in the email. They said that they weren't going to make it mandatory, and then they came back and released one that was COVID-19 only, and then it said, currently we are not going to mandate the vaccine, but it is highly encouraged. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna lose my job again. God damn it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, so Scorpio, you were asking for a recap of last night's Sam show, right?
Yeah, because I heard that it had ruffled some feathers.
Well, I mean, I joked about it ruffling my feathers. Sammy did kind of bum me out because nothing he was saying was wrong, you know, in retrospect, but it was tone and, you know, just structure of the way he was talking about it was very, like, I felt like he was doing exactly what I had been warning people against. Like, don't believe fucking, just because it's thrown in your face constantly doesn't mean it's true. And the election is specifically what we were talking about. But, you know, I don't remember exactly. I just remember joking about let me on the stream so I can yell at you. And I didn't want to yell at him. I just wanted to push back on his uber negative tone because it was very capitulant and not very Sammy, you know?
Well, what I was trying to say was, it's highly likely that Biden is going to be the president of the United States at this point, and I was reading shit on Twitter all day about, oh, we need to start a boogaloo. There's going to be a civil war, all of that, and I was just saying.
See, I go back and forth, depending on what day it is. I go back and forth on whether I stick to what my original projection or prediction was, and now, because it's like every single day I think something. I like today, they may overturn it. Like, but yesterday it was like, yeah,
it's because you're inundated. You can't look at anything on the internet. You can't look at anything on the internet anywhere that doesn't have a disclaimer that says some official source is claiming. I mean, the fucking video that Bruce City and I got in real life in Milwaukee of a fucking black Puerto Rican Trump supporter waving a Trump flag in traffic and shit, got a tag underneath it. The AP has called this election for Donald Trump. Like, it was just a fucking dude. We were just filming a dude with a Trump flag. And it was a few days post-election, but why? You know what I mean? It's literally everywhere. And it to me has telltale signs of I mean, you just don't see. It's the same with the Black Lives Matter shit. When every corporation that everyone on the fucking SJW communist fucking left has complained about for any amount of time, it's now all of a sudden the good guy because they got fucking hashtag BLM on their products or whatever. You know, how corporate America just fucking slid their way into this you know, this activist movement, and nobody batted an eye. Like, every fucking corporation in the country that bleeds all of us dry effectively, you know what I mean? Maybe not all of them, but at the higher ranks, Amazon and fucking Walmart and all that type of shit.
Okay,
they get immunity because
I need to cut Kevin off at the pass here. Kevin, Rekieta knew full well that the Owen Benjamin court case was a throw spaghetti up the wall to see what sticks on behalf of Patreon, and he knew it was a temporary restraining order, which he knew that there were very, very, very specific, because he's a lawyer, very, very specific requirements to be able to win that. And he knew that Patreon was just thrown up at the wall. And when they lost that, he came on his stream and basically indicated that Owen had won the entire damn thing, knowing full well that it was just a temporary injunction that they were going after to stop the payments. And he came out and gave Vox fucking talking points like every other one of the Gamergate guys did. So either one of two things: he's not a very good lawyer, or he's a fucking liar. Period.
Oh, Rekieta's a damn grifter. But I think
I think he won the grifter Grifter of the Year award, if I'm not mistaken, if not second place.
But anybody who's going to stand there and repeat Vox talking points,
it was worse than Vox. They were all going off of fucking Thernos.
That's all, Kevin. I love you to death. You know that. But yeah, Rekieta, there's not a thing that Rekieta is ever going to be able to say that's going to make me look dumb about anything. Because I'm willing to admit when and if I'm wrong. He won't, because he's not wrong. He's doing stuff with intention. And speaking of, because I've had this conversation with Scorpio, but because we're going to try to get off politics, go the grifter shit. Vox has some fucking stronghold on Gamergate. Like, seriously, it shocked me when he came out and said we won and gave all the talking points. Like, every fucking Gamergate guy was repeating literally the exact same script. I don't know what he has on everyone, but like, I don't know if he has his own little black eye club ring that he gets people to say whatever the fuck he wants. But holy shit, I could not believe that.
Well, Vox has, and Scorpio surely can attest to this with more evidence off the top of his head than I can, but he has a very distinct history of latching on to movements like a fucking barnacle on a ship.
No.
Gamergate.
What?
And then Comicsgate. Comicsgate kind of blew up in his face a little bit, but Gamergate was way more amorphous and way more internet driven. There was no real physical medium there, like comics in Comicsgate. So that doesn't surprise me one bit, because Ethan Ralph is the same monster from that realm. Ethan Ralph he's a piece of shit, dude. I don't know that he qualifies. I mean, he's definitely a grifter of some degree, but he's not in the Owen Benjamin category. He has provided content for many years. I mean, I found Ethan Ralph fucking years ago.
Was he the one that did the blood sport stuff?
Yes, he was the most prominent blood sports. The kill stream, and which
again,
he still does on
I've
D-Live.
heard his voice for maybe 5 minutes in my entire life. So just
you know what?
Love him.
You may have heard clips from his show, just not his voice, if you've listened to any like e-drama shit, because a lot of prominent happenings with internet personalities happened on that show. And that was his claim to fame. And now he's I mean, fucking that poor dude. I mean, I actually do feel bad for him to a small degree, because he is a fucking scumbag, man. But I mean, I feel bad.
I guess here would be my question, and this is internet as a whole. Do people not realize that DMs could be screenshot?
Yeah, they do.
Because
some people don't, because they're idiots. But mostly people, I would
like,
think,
if I'm talking to one of you guys in DMs, that's a whole different monster. But if I'm talking to somebody I don't know, I use the family law rule of written messaging, that if I don't want to see it in court, then I probably shouldn't say it over the phone or say it into a text message. And it is shocking to me how many people, and Ethan Ralph is one of them. How many people get these strings of DMs sent out of them just saying just ridiculous shit in DMs? And I'm a very tactical person. I always have been. I analyze everything. That's what I do for a living. There's no way that I would say, like take all the DMs that are being leaked about his that girl that he had sex with and he's having a kid. All of those DMs,
teenage girl.
There is no way I would ever put myself into a position where anything like that could be recorded over the phone. I always assume I'm being recorded, and I always assume that if I send DMs to somebody that's not in my, close trust group, if I send DMs to somebody, it's going to be leaked. Why would I say that to somebody who's angry or hates me? Because it's definitely, and especially if I'm, I'm small potatoes, but if I'm a large grifter, why would I put that in writing? Like, what is that? Because I see it happen with all
hubris.
Even people I respect. Arrogance.
These people think
It's
that
hubris.
they
It's-
think
it's-
that they're untouchable. Is what it gets
Yeah,
down.
it's fucking hubris, man. That's exactly what it is. They get so
You're
big.
most touchable when you're that big, because
Well,
people
but the
want
thing-
the attention for it.
The thing is, in my estimation, is these people
I'm
get
moving
so
my
much
camera
attention.
closer. I feel like I'm short. There, that's
There we
better.
go. Well, if I'm fucking back
Yeah,
there,
I'm
you
gonna
guys
make
can't. I'm gonna
myself
have to
taller.
literally be yelling. So, no, it's in my estimation, though. I think they're. It's it's
Did I
why I've said.
unplug audio?
Did you unplug your audio? Can you not hear me? Can you hear me? No,
Yeah, I can hear Semper. I can hear everybody.
I can hear everybody, but Semper can't hear me. I don't think. Semper, hello.
I just muted something.
Yeah. I was talking specifically to you. Damn it.
He was talking not only pacifically, but specifically as well.
I said specifically.
What the hell are we
There we
talking
go.
about
My
anyway?
ears are back.
I don't even remember now. I was doing good on
We
following.
keep jumping from this format is
Schizophrenic.
very scatterbrain for me. I'm finding it very hard to follow
No.
this topic.
I like making you crazy with going all over the place. That's why I wanted to do that show with you, because I knew that I would drive you up the fucking wall with my ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
See,
can't do that, man. I can't. I have to be focused on one topic at a time.
All right. So Semper or Scorch, what do you got?
Yeah, I asked
I'm
a long
throwing it-
time
I'm
ago
throwing
what's
the
on the
shit now.
list.
What are we in? Look, you want to start? You want to start a show 76 minutes in? Oh, let's
we're
start with our
76
first
minutes in
topic.
already?
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
have
hanging
50
out.
minutes.
What are you talking about?
This was
It's
just
Friday
supposed
night,
to-
bitches.
Listen, this is
I
is
told you we
Semper's-
should have done a karaoke stream.
Yeah, I don't know
Well-
how we tried that, bro. It just doesn't. It doesn't work.
I can't fucking sing for shit anymore, which is ironic because I was in choir.
That's
all
what
throughout high
karaoke
school.
is all about, Sam.
I know that apparently Yoba has COVID, and the Gamma put that in the chat.
No, that was
Yeah,
Scorch.
Baked Alaska.
Yeah, Baked Alaska. Are you familiar with Baked
He's in
Alaska?
jail, isn't he?
No, he
No,
got
he got-
arrested.
he got out. He
Yeah,
got out.
He got out on bond.
Fine.
But he's
I
another
wonder-
one.
I
Go
wonder
ahead,
if that's where he got the COVID from, though. Do you think he got it from the county jail?
I don't know. Maybe.
Or, and hear me out on this, do you think he has COVID?
Well, supposedly he took a test. There's a link.
There's a gas station giving free COVID tests down the road from my house. And by down the road, I mean like 6 miles, because that's the closest gas station. But yeah, down the road there is I'm going to take a picture of it and I'll put it up on my Twitter. But down the road there is this little pop-up tent that they have, and it's just right in the that smelly area of a gas station on the right-hand side that goes back into the seedy alley.
Where the toilets are?
There's just a little pop-up tent that right down on that alley, and they just do free COVID testing. So, but HIPAA laws don't allow you to be able to confirm any information as well as give out any information. So if he does say he has COVID-19, that doesn't mean he has it. We're talking about a grifter here. We're talking about somebody who needs attention.
I didn't even consider that. It was just
Yeah. You know what, Scorch? That's funny that you didn't consider that, because I didn't consider that Ethan Ralph orchestrated his own arrest at the hotel that couple of episodes ago.
Oh yeah. Well, he got arrested again, and this time it was for revenge porn.
Yes, against Virginia law.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, which he definitely did. There's tons of proof of him doing live on stream. For those who are not aware, a brief summary is the 18-year-old that Ethan Ralph coerced from Northern California to wherever he lived over on the East Coast, North Carolina or something like that, South Carolina, whatever, one of those places. Oh shit. Where was I at, Scorp? What was I saying?
Coerced to South Carolina.
The girl that he coerced to where he was in Virginia. That's right. Virginia. Shit. Oh, right. Had an ex-boyfriend.
Is this the one where he went and he super chatted the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, what he did, see this poor kid, this poor fucking kid, and when you watch the video, you can literally hear.
Oh yeah, no, I watched that. I was greatly intrigued by
so
watching his.
He got a DM from Ethan Ralph on Instagram, like, hey, pull this up, and the kid's like, okay, and you fucking see him do it, and he watches it for a second, he's like, clicks it off, like, fuck, and you look 45 seconds of like silence and him going fucking, ugh.
Yeah, and then by that time, Seaweed Farms had already downloaded it and uploaded it to everything in the world. Hence
that shit was on Pornhub
account that posts the same Gunt picture every single day.
It's called the same Gunt picture every day.
Yes.
Yeah. See, we're in the same Twitter circle now, buddy. That's my fault. I think I did that too. Because Aid Zero and Tachi, those are my peeps, man. I love those ladies. I get a lot of my Aid Zero is actually Ethan Ralph's former, it's his ex-girlfriend, and she lives in Michigan, and she has evidence of him breaking his probation to go to Michigan, trying to move in with him, and just being a general piece of shit. So that's like her, I don't want to say claim to fame, but her recent claim to fame is she's the girlfriend that kicked Ethan Ralph the fuck to the curb, you know, and has some fame to show for it. But they are funny. They are funny ladies, and they do some good work. But yeah, so Ethan Ralph now has been arrested for revenge porn for the sex tape that he released to the ex-boyfriend live on Instagram. Which again, he posted a streamables link, which the kid pulled up live on stream. So Kiwi Farms fucking instantly had that video. So yeah, I mean, he actually went to court and was, you know, wasn't in there long and got it. It's arraigned until like the 23rd or something. Merry Christmas, motherfucker. You know, but I don't think it's going to go well for him, quite frankly. And as you pointed out, the things that you've seen him posting in the text messages or / DMs to this young child bride of his is not gonna help him.
No, it's just gonna piss the judge off.
It's gonna.
They weren't. Just to clarify, they weren't married, right? They were just
cops on you, and I got you now because you said that you only called the cops because I'm internet fan, and it's like they hate that shit, man. They're gonna be like, listen, you guys need to get it the fuck together. You're about to have a damn kid.
Dude, the real kicker though is I don't know how much of this you caught, but the whole reason Faith, the pregnant child, is doing all of this, well, the straw that broke the camel's back is Ethan Ralph has signed a lease for a house with someone called
the humpback whale's back.
Yeah, right. Ethan Ralph has signed a lease with a young woman named Pantsu, who is the ex of a person called Digibro. And now
I was actually wondering what that was all about, Apex, because I'm like, wait.
Digibro is an open advocate for Lolly. After
drawing kids naked, right?
Getting fucked. Getting fucked. Yeah, it's the most. It is the most degenerate shit, short of child pornography, that has ever been thought of in history. But because it's drawings, people defend it, and this Digibro character is a hard advocate for it. This girl Pantsu is this guy's ex, who is now with Ethan Ralph, who signed a lease on a new house. After Ethan Ralph just got this girl pregnant, Ethan Ralph spends several links, paragraphs worth of text messages trying to convince this young pregnant woman that what needs to happen is they need to all three move in together, and they need to have a polyamorous relationship effectively, so that Pantsuit, the ex-pedophile
I'm
lover,
sorry, it sounds too much like pantsuit.
well, it is. Whatever the fuck her name is. The point is that Faith was like, I'm not comfortable with this. I do not like this. Why can't you just be with me and our child? And Ethan, being the high and mighty fucking land whale that he is, was like, no, fuck you. I don't have to. I'll do what I want. I'm not, so she, pulled the ripcord. Apparently,
So Apex, are you sure that this Pantsu person is actually Pantsu? Is Ethan Ralph hitting on Hillary Clinton?
I mean, that would be funny.
Hey, who's in control? While somebody else is talking, Sam, look up "It's a Pantsuit." There's a whole song to it.
Are the Clintons involved in this? That's
no. Just look up it's a pants. In fact, I'll look it up and I'll send it to you, because you just have to understand why I'm laughing. So go ahead. I'll look it up.
Is it a pantsuit? That's what we're Googling.
It's just to make it easier. It's the vomit chick, right? She vomits on people. Isn't that her?
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, that's Vomit Chick. That is the one that threw up on Ethan Ralph at the bar. Live on stream, then tried to hide and tell everyone to pretend didn't happen. Live on stream.
Drop the link in the chat, Sam. Not the chat, but in the private chat.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Oh, you bastard.
You're going to laugh when you see why I'm laughing at Pantsuit. It's the weirdest internet video ever. I won't say that. There's a lot of fucking weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is like an old school. My kids love this.
Let me see. We can actually maybe share a screen.
And I don't think it's copyrighted or anything, because it's just like an internet video.
Oh, he'll find out when he gets the email.
But the good news is it's not my stream, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, we can actually hold on a sec.
Sawson makes a good point in the chat that she's losing her shit at the first 15 minutes of the stream because you're number one on D Live.
Oh, am I number one on D Live right now?
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys see that then?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's watch this, shall we?
So, as you know, I'm the pinnacle of modern fashion. I want to show you the greatest thing that I just found today. Look at this. This was $5. Look at my beautiful dress. Oh, wait a second. It's not actually a dress. It's a pantsuit. It's a pantsuit. It's a pantsuit.
Okay, I've never seen that before. That was pretty awesome.
So now when you hear pantsuit, now you're knowing why I crack up every single time. It's a pantsuit. Go ahead. Sorry. I love you, E Scorpio. Every stream would have been with us, brother.
Oh my God. Hey, what's up, Sam?
Hey,
all right. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, Apex.
If you and I were to do a stream together all the time, we would have so many viewers.
We wouldn't ever get anywhere though. See, I need Scorpio to direct me and be like, all right, enough with your shenanigans.
Scorpio's my Tard Wrangler.
There's too many tards to wrangle here. Okay,
Hey, yeah,
I can't do it tonight.
This is too much for
So
one.
you were
Wrangler.
talking about pantsuit, Apex. Go.
I know. I was just trying to round off the idea, or just the perspective for the audience that Ethan Ralph scooted this girl, freshly 18 years old, and there's been hypothesis and maybe evidence that he was talking to her before she was 18, but regardless, skirted her, a fresh 18-year-old, out to Virginia, got her pregnant, released the revenge porn, and within 3 months was doing IRL streaming and trying to shame her into moving into a house with another woman that he signed a lease on a house with. So that's kind of where we are with, or at least that's why Ethan Ralph is where he is, because the future mother of his demon child,
We don't know if it's a demon.
Well, I mean, it's Ethan Ralph's child, and I don't think she's no fucking saint herself. She's certainly not innocent in all of this. She's lied. She's lied throughout the course of this stuff too, pretty significantly. But it's one of those things where neither one of them are a hero, but one of them is
that kid on cardio. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
You're talking about Faith, Apex?
What's that?
You're talking about Faith?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Faith,
but at least she has an excuse being a child. Ethan
Right.
Ralph is. Semper was saying just a little while ago, he needs to get his shit together. He's gonna have about to have a child. Faith is 18. Ethan Ralph is what, 34?
Yeah.
If he doesn't have his shit together by now, he's not gonna do it anytime soon.
not gonna.
9 years older than Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, well,
yeah, you have a healthy family,
Ethan, but Ethan Ralph looks like he's about 54. So
Yeah, are you serious? He's only 34.
He looks like he's 5,400 fucking pounds is what he looks like.
yeah, that's true.
It's Ethan Ralph, the Tiger King. It looks like Ethan Ralph ate the Tiger King. Will
yeah, dude, it looks like he ate all the fucking tigers.
Right?
Yeah.
He ate the entire Tiger royal family.
Don't insult Carol Baskin like that.
Carol Baskin. I'm gonna kill you, Carol Baskins.
All right, what's our thing looking like now? 92 minutes streaming. What
is me thinking this is hilarious going to get me kicked out of every streamer group I'm in?
No,
bring it.
Bring it. Hey, brother, I think it's hilarious too. So you and I are in the same boat.
That's the thing, man. Is it's like there is objective funny on the internet. You don't have to hate people to laugh at them. Which is why,
sure,
the defense for words like retard and faggot still exists, because you don't have to hate either of those, prospective groups of people. If someone identifies other people as those words, doesn't mean you do. You're an individual, and
just because you're a fag doesn't mean you're gay.
Right?
Weird.
Just because you're gay doesn't mean you're a fag. So, go ahead, Sam.
What's next on the docket, Sam?
Well,
I think Scorpio's trying to get the fuck out of here. Scorpio's like, let me out of here, man.
Let's just take a moment to really appreciate the curved mustache on the.
Dude, he's been rocking that shit for a couple
Look
weeks.
at that.
We made Brew and I made an emoji of that like immediately. The very first time it popped up.
Speaking of Ethan Ralph, though, wasn't Ethan Ralph like supposed to like fight some other streaming guy at this thing that like Mersh and Jesse from Pod Awful were, which I didn't pay attention to like any of that, but there was like that whole big streamer con or whatever Mersh was and Royce and Jesse from Pod Awful were doing,
which we discussed that, right, Scorpio, on the last Hugbox.
It happened. It happened that weekend after.
Yeah,
Right.
We're talking about Road Rage Tampa.
yeah,
Yeah, it happened-
yeah.
we
Which looked like
discussed
a joke.
Yeah.
we discussed Road Rage Tampa in private. So,
Did we?
and judging from the videos Alan posted on his YouTube channel, it looks like Mersh had actual road rage. So,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Who says almost got sideswiped or something? I haven't. Is Alan around? I haven't seen much since then on his channel.
Alan popped into my stream last night.
Alan's been throwing down some cyberpunk videos. That's what Alan.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
big game.
Yeah, Alan,
I don't.
Big fucking flop.
Oh, stop. I played that bitch for almost 10 hours on stream, and I ran into maybe 3 glitches.
I'm happy for you, but PD Projekt
I know
Red is
that there's a
issuing
lot of
full
people
refunds.
hating on it, but I swear to God, if I don't get the updates or that shit gets removed off of my fucking PlayStation, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want my money back. I'm enjoying the game.
Well,
Fuck
I
right
mean,
off.
I don't think that they would do that. But the fact that they're offering
No, that's
full
cool that
refund.
they're offering. I
CD
actually,
Projekt Red is
I
dope,
think that's
dude.
awesome.
I'm not a big fan of that style of game. I don't like huge RPGs. Especially at this point in my life, man. Like I just don't have the time to dedicate to them. I prefer a good story if I'm going to play, or maybe a good multiplayer, like or something. But I like CD Projekt Red. I liked The Witcher, especially The Witcher 3. The Witcher series was good. They're a good developer, and I really want them to pull this out. Like, I'm not, I'm not like hoping for them to suffer as a result of this, but I just get a great deal of enjoyment out of watching hype trains fucking implode. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people. Like, I posted it on Twitter, and I think you even commented on it. I can't wait to see the excuses people make for this game. Because like anything else, dude, there's a threshold of hype for me, be it movie, TV show, video game, basically anything. I have an aversion to hype, I guess, because I've been burned so fucking many times. Game of Thrones was the last time that I was like, oh shit. You know what? And that ultimately was a failure too. But there was some good fucking. I skipped the first 2 seasons. I'm like, no, fuck you guys, I don't care. And then I backtracked and was like, I fell in love with it and rode the ride with everybody else all the way into the fucking dirt. That turned into a shit show. Just like, again, another hype train that fucking imploded. And I loved that show, but it's still funny to me watching people make excuses for it because.
I will say that the one hype train that actually has lived up to expectations is The Mandalorian. So,
yeah, but it's not cool yet. It's only in its 2nd season, so you got to wait till it hits that 3rd season. They have to live up to their overall hype. They were still in their same story arc when the hype was there on the end of the 1st season, when everybody was like, "Oh, I can't wait till the 2nd season." But the 3rd season is where the original arc that they wrote for the story is done, and they have to start creating new material. And then the question is how full of themselves are they?
Well, and I think, because I watched the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. Maybe not the full 2nd. No, I did. I definitely watched the first 2 seasons. And I enjoyed it. But I chalked a lot of it up, and especially a lot of the love for it, up to just absolute fucking abysmal Star Wars properties.
I know, right? The bar is not high.
So. Yeah, no, the bar has been so fucking low for people, for people in our age group, minus this young man who still fits because he watched them. But come on, he's a little boy. Shut up, Sam.
I'm 25. What the?
Listen, I'm easily the oldest man in the room. So,
well, Sam, I've got you by 10 years, and everyone else, I think, in here is older than me. So,
Sam, I got you almost by 20.
You've got
Right. So the point
18 to be
is,
exact.
like, us that grew up with this, the various generations,
Sam, I was joining the Marine Corps when you were born.
Yeah, I realized.
I mean, I don't know what I was doing when Sammy was born. Probably jerking off somewhere around that time.
You see how we derailed you again, Scorpio?
I've been derailed, man. I don't know any of this. I don't watch these TV shows. I don't play games. I'm out of my element here.
You were saying something about Alan and that he hadn't produced much.
Well, because that's how we got to the games.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk. Yeah.
I can always tell you where we came from. I can never tell you where we're going.
Sure, yeah, I can see that. You don't know where to go.
That's one of my favorite things to say to people when they ask me, "How's it going, man?" Like, I'm not sure where or how fast, but I'm moving.
Oh, see, I just say it's going.
Yeah, I make it more complicated, as usual.
Because you're my retard,
Sammy.
Oh,
you keep plotting that shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's it. Yeah, we're starting to wonder over here. Starshine was asking me last night, is Sammy really going at Apex now? Is he?
It sure sounds like it, doesn't it?
Sounds like he's laying on the hints pretty heavy, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sammy hates me, secretly or openly. It's just becoming more and more open.
I love you.
No, see, I think what happens is Sammy just leans into like my own self-criticism, the self-loathing that I do perpetually on the internet. Sammy
he's a bully.
Yeah, right.
He's a bully, yeah.
Yeah, he's a bully. Sammy is a bully. You should see that fucking chair. Scorpio, do you know the lore behind Sammy's chair? The hydraulic Roman fucking rape de-kneeing machine that he rides around on?
Yeah, I was there when the lore was created. So
I'm sorry, I meant Semper. I was talking to Semper.
No, I don't know
Semper
anything.
Scorpio.
I don't know anything.
Dude, okay. Well, that's pretty much it.
I assume he can walk. I'm just saying.
He's a grifter. He's grifting. He's grifting his Bell's palsy.
I see Sam going to all of these like grifter churches, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna bring you up here, and I'm gonna say you are healed," and then you're gonna get up and you go, "Oh my God, I haven't walked in forever."
I actually had one of the people at CPAC once actually wanted me to grift off the whole being a disabled conservative thing. And
how do you like that, Scorpio? I just moved this shit to fucking church grifters. What?
I checked out a long time ago, man. Talk about whatever y'all want.
Yeah, Scorp's just a pretty face on the screen now,
because
man.
He's like anal retentive type A, and I'm like type Z, and that's why we work so well together.
Hey, Scorpio, something tells me you don't listen to Joe Rogan's podcast a lot.
No.
Why would he?
Well, because he doesn't like the free flow format of Rogan's podcast. He would be the one telling Joe to. He would be the one trying to keep Joe on track every 5 minutes.
Well, listen, Joe Rogan's podcast ain't as bad as this one, so I can.
That's true.
How dare you? How fucking dare you?
I don't have trouble following that one.
We were #1 on D Live, you motherfucker.
Are you restreaming right now on D Live? Is that what happened?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All right, on. Sammy is hardcore. All right, so how long are we going here? What the fuck's going on?
Already 2 hours now, man. I think.
Well, and my original thing was the whole road rage Florida thing. So what happened with that? Did who fought who? Was there actually like a
no, there wasn't a fight.
No, of course not.
No, that wasn't a fight. That was something else, Sam. That was just something on going on Twitter, and I don't remember who they were proposing Ethan fight. Apex, you remember?
PPP, was it PPP? No, it
Oh, was
wasn't
it PPP?
Do we have tape? Let's roll the tape.
It's
I was
I
told
can't
there were
remember
leaks.
actually.
Let's watch.
No, it was somebody else. It wasn't PPP.
I'm gonna go on D Live to increase
was
our
some-
numbers.
it was some
Fuck.
other it was some other fat guy. I don't. It's
Some other
one of,
faggot. Some other fat faggot.
Yeah, I don't remember. Obviously it was going to be extra heavyweight fight class. But it was Ethan Ralph. That's what it was. Ethan Ralph. I think it might have been PPP.
I feel like I mean, that's what makes sense in my brain. But they're friends now, so
Yeah. So who the fuck knows? But the undercard was supposed to be Mersh and Jesse Pot Awful.
yeah, from Pot Awful, yeah.
So,
Like a
Yeah, which
boxing
of course
fight?
didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I said it at the
Boxing
time, like
thing.
a fucking course not. You know, Ethan Ralph's a coward.
yeah. And a meth head too. Meth smoker.
I forgot about that. Scorpio, did you see? Or Semper, did you see that? Did you see?
I heard rumblings about meth, but I didn't watch
bro,
it.
no, there is stream video of a dude going, "Holy fuck, Ethan Ralph, what's up, dude? Dude, you want to hit a meth?" He's like, "Yeah, actually, I do." It was recorded secretly. He's like,
Well,
they backtrack and go, no, that was Dabs. The dude, if I knew he was recording me, I would have beat the fuck out of him. I would have beat the fuck out of him at 5'3",
Again,
300 fucking pounds.
how do you not assume you're being recorded at all times in a situation like that?
When you're a fucking IRL streamer,
Yes.
everyone knows your location
Like,
or calling
it's
the fucking
literally
bars
in
you're
the name IRL streamer. You're being recorded.
Yeah, that's like the whole point.
Oh, I don't drink that. Like, I don't drink that much, and I've never really done drugs. So maybe it's a mentality that goes from people who are just drunk and they don't pay attention.
Yeah, and that adds a lot to it, Semper. I mean, when you were asking earlier about do people not realize their DMs can be screenshotted, you're talking about a man who is constantly goes through life wasted, man. I mean,
see, I don't know anything.
Yeah, he's
about that.
he's a heavy alcoholic.
Oh yeah,
in
he's been
addition to
drinking
heavy
naked
drug
much.
user.
Dude, the pill stream, the audio from the pill stream, he fell asleep sometime earlier this year with the stream on. And then when he woke up, his mom woke him up a few hours later. She's like, I need to go to the doctor or some shit. And he's like,
He lives with his mom.
You know, makes some mumbles. Oh yeah, he did. He lived with his mom, who was dying of some sort of fucking terminal illness. Probably from disappointment. But
Oh yeah, didn't he have to take her to like dialysis or something? Wasn't it like
yeah? And she's like, I can't remember the exact like verbatim of the conversation, but she's like, "Get up, man! Like, come on." He's like, "I'll fucking call you an Uber. I'll fucking call you an Uber." No, there's some sound bites that are like really famous from that that little bit there. The it's not true. It's not true. Oh, fucking give me a fucking, I'll call you an Uber or something like that. So yeah, he's an absolute fucking waste of human flesh, but he's funny. He's funny to laugh at this point in his career, because he for years now has walked around or gone around, strutted around on the internet going, I win. All I do is win. And it's like a plane spiraling out with a fucking pilot with his fist out the window, fucking, I'm fucking winning, dude. Just boom. Like, you know what I mean? That's going to be funny to watch if you get to see that, you know, if you happen to be, it's just a microscope on retardation that we all get to see, you know? So, I mean, that's my perspective on it. He thinks he's going to win this whole court case, but as you pointed out, and as anybody that's ever dealt with any kind of family court or knows anybody that's, personally that's dealt with any kind of family court, knows how shitty judges are to fathers, generally speaking. I mean, in the state that I currently live in, they hate fathers, period. Like, it's kind of law. Women, women win effectively. Generally
Well,
speaking.
You got everything I
Apex,
wanted. My ex-wife's
as
pretty
fa-
smart.
as far as that goes now, this recent arrest that we mentioned earlier, it could affect that any type of custody thing, but it's definitely going to affect the probation that he's on now. He's on probation currently.
Right. He is on probation.
What is he on probation for? The revenge porn stuff?
Swinging at a female officer.
For what?
He tried to punch a female cop when he fell asleep in the lobby of a hotel, drunk as fuck.
Oh, okay.
Like 4 years ago or something like that.
What does that get you on probation?
I think he got 2 years probation. It was either 2 or 3 years probation for that. Is what the video I saw earlier. But this revenge porn thing, of course, it's obviously he's in risk of jeopardizing that probation thing.
Yeah.
And
Did
I
he
think
punch
that
another female cop in this revenge porn?
no.
The revenge porn was his the 18-year-old, or well, I think she might be 19 now.
Okay, wait. Let's
Baby
back
mama.
up. What violates probation?
You're basically supposed to. Well, you got to abide by the conditions of your probation, but usually part of that condition is you don't get in trouble
Not breaking
again.
the law.
Yeah.
Just not breaking the law.
Even like another misdemeanor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
Well,
generally
it's-
speaking, yeah.
Thank you
it's
for
a-
educating me on probation.
And I think yeah, even a misdemeanor, but I'm not sure if I think that the revenge porn charge is a misdemeanor. I'm not sure
It is.
though. But
It's like the highest misdemeanor though. It's like a misdemeanor 3 or some. I can't remember.
they were
But it's up there.
the video I saw earlier said that one was could be another year of probation. That was the safe bet that he could get another year of probation just for that. That's not factoring in breaking the previous probation.
But clearly probation didn't work if he got in trouble again. So why would you give him more probation if the first probation didn't work?
I think that the speculation was that they're
Basic
wary
is
of putting.
saying that even a speeding ticket can violate it.
I think that's pretty much true.
It is.
Well,
As
no,
far
'cause
as
I-
I understand it, it
I'm
can
trying.
anyway.
I'm trying to remember, and it depends on your probation officer also.
Right. It's
Um,
right. It depends on the restrictions of your probation.
I know
But-
when I was younger, when I was 20, I don't know how old I was, 25, I think. I had probation, and I think it was probation. It was I was originally an assault charge, and it got dropped to something lower. But I had 18 months of probation, and I had got like a public intoxication.
Look at Scorpio kicking some ass.
I had got a public intoxication
That's
during
mental
that time,
as fuck,
so and that was that's a very small misdemeanor, and I know my probation officer, knew about it immediately, and she was like, "You have to." She kind of warned me, you can't be doing that type of stuff. You could violate you for this. But I don't know what's the public intoxication is a little bit worse than a speeding ticket. But
Yeah.
Well, how about and hear me out on this. How about just not getting in trouble?
But that's
Yeah,
the
is that
that's
an
the
option?
goal. That's the goal. That's the goal of probation.
No,
Well,
I mean
but-
before the probation. How
Well,
about
right,
just
but-
not doing any of that?
Scorp, see, this is where you differ from people like Ethan Ralph, and you've joked about if you lose your job, you're fucking going there. That's it. You're
No.
going there.
I'm going grift. I'm just gonna change my format to where I'm fighting the good fight at that point. Give me some fucking GoFundMe's and all kinds of shit. I got to make some money to make sure I can still feed my kids.
Right. No, but I'm
gonna call it
so
I'm gonna call it like the world's America or something like that, and I'm just gonna come on with like a news ticker and be like,
put a
"We're
fucking eye on
fighting this
over your
fight."
t-shirt.
Everybody stand behind me.
Well, no, but the point though that I was trying to make is that I think Ethan Ralph made that decision a long time ago. Like he saw no other option. He didn't have a family other than his mother, who again is dying and has been for years. He saw no other option to make money because it's what he'd been doing for long enough. And he's like, well, I'm just fucking, I'm leaning the fuck into this shit. And now he is where he is. And he has had enough people around him that pay him money, whether just to see him fucking destroy himself or because they actually support him. You know, I've wagered it's somewhere around 50-50 at this point, probably 60-40 for in the negative anyway. But yeah, I think that's how you end up where you're like, you don't think about DMs being recorded. You don't think about like, yeah, I'm not going to fucking, because I have fucking, you know, however many followers on D Live and used to have 100,000 subs. I raised fucking 20 grand for St. Jude's fucking Children's Hospital as a troll on YouTube. It wasn't a troll until they refunded all the donations. Then it was a troll. It was all real. And, you know, again, it's moving the goalpost. I think Ethan Ralph is an example of what anybody that aspires to do anything on the internet could become if they just let go.
Yeah, had absolutely no dignity whatsoever.
Right, no dignity, just money. Just I gotta pay for the things I gotta pay for. Fuck it, you know. Laugh at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm winning. Look at me. I made fucking 10 grand, and I got arrested and got kicked out of 10 bars in a single day because every single bar I went into had already been called 25 times by the people watching my stream saying, hey, this degenerate piece of shit's going to come in there and cause drama. So they wouldn't even let you in the door. So, I mean, if that's winning to these people. And I could see how you could get yourself so delusional because you're making money. They're making money effectively. But to the rest of the world, the real world, those of us that, you know, have their feet planted on solid ground, somewhat anyway. It's a shit show, which is why it's funny, you know, which is why I pay any attention to it at all. I mean, I actually wish the best for Ethan Ralph, but just like I always wish the best for Owen, I actually did. I fucking hated Owen more than I hated most people on the internet. But those were early days. But yeah, like I don't even Owen, especially his family. Fuck, like I never wanted any negative to come to them. And I mean, it's the same goes for Ethan for me.
Well, Apex, as you explained to me a few weeks ago, part of the whole appeal with like donating to people like Ethan Ralph isn't so much giving them money, it's fueling the fire.
It's literally gasoline on the fire because people want to see a shit show. People want to see idiots go out in real life and mace people for no reason.
That is a large part of it, Apex, but that's not to say that he doesn't have a large base of people that genuinely give him money, that, you know, like him or admire him or whatever the case might be. Because he has a pretty lucrative Patreon, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. Well, and I mean, that's the thing. I've actually been surprised by how many people stick up for him in my, you know, semi-personal internet circles.
I mean,
of
is he
people
like
that
a
are
cool dude if you know him personally?
I don't think so. That doesn't seem to be the case. No, that doesn't seem to be the case.
It's just a bunch of hangers on from the internet blood sports era, I think. I mean, he's seen as legendary for that, you know, right or wrong.
Well, he was responsible for the Medicare DSP flagging campaign thing, wasn't he? Where they were
Mundane Matt. That was Mundane
Matt.
That was his fucking high water mark, dude. And I was actually a fan. I was a subscriber at the time, and I watched that live. That was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen on the internet. Now, Mundane Matt, who is a pretty level-headed idiot, he is dumb, but so am I. You know what I mean? We have differing ideals, but he persevered. He got off the fucking internet. He made a fool of himself. He really did.
Monday,
that was horribly embarrassing.
Monday
Yeah,
Matt.
but you know what? He still makes content and he still makes money. He has 2 kids and a wife. He works for fucking Uber Eats, and he does a show. I think he works for more than Uber Eats, but that's what he was doing for a long time. The dude makes good enough money. He got off the internet for a couple of years and took the hate in stride. You know what I mean? And Ethan Ralph, on the other hand, has been riding on that all of this time. Wasn't that long ago. He called Mundane Matt on a live show from his personal cell phone, and was like, "Hey, it's the Boulder anniversary, man. You're live on the show." He's like, "Well, yeah, I'm at work, dude. I mean, oddly enough, Matt Jarbo, Mundane Matt, has more of my respect than Ethan Ralph does, and that is a line that people that I know like refuse to accept from me, because I don't like adhering to these fucking internet clicks. You called them pathways, but people tend to view them as clicks, where like if you don't fall in line with everything that Nick Fuentes says, then you can't be my friend. Or if you don't fall in line
literally
with
anybody who has any type of exposure on the internet, literally everything.
You think so?
Yes. I used to think there was a cutoff above 200,000, but then I started watching people with 200,000. They're involved with Blaze, they're involved with Daily Wire. They're in the whole, and then when somebody like a Vox hands down an order of how to perceive something, then it just trickles down the line. And that's when I realized that there are these, because it's a little bit like, my point of view on this is a little bit different because I'm in the game, and I think I'm average, to be quite honest with you, with everything, but I do have the ability, because again, it's something I do for a living, to be able to stand back and critically look at the things that I'm seeing. And from just a sheer speaking standpoint, and the ability with inflection and stuff like that, when it comes to natural speaking ability, most of the people I watch, like, I can run circles around them. But you get to this level where you have a couple thousand, and you can gain those one by one by one by one by one. But there's a point at which you hit where you can't give above a certain threshold unless somebody bigger than you brings you up into their circle.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on the level of that, look at Twitter. If you guys retweet stuff I do all the time, and it doesn't, like, it's just out information for you guys. But if somebody like I don't know, let's say
Donnie the Don, who now has fucking, she had like,
well, not even that, like, I mean, one of the big boys, like if Shapiro retweets something or a Trump retweets something, within minutes you're at millions of followers. And like, look at that mini AOC girl, who does not write her own tweets, by the way.
No, it's not a child.
But this girl comes in and she gets no, let's go with a better one. I know nobody wants to talk about Owen, but let's go with that little panda girl that was repeating Owen talking points, and we all knew Owen was going to melt down on her because she was bigger than him. But it's like Cernovich and all those people started retweeting her stuff, and then all of a sudden she's got 80,000, 100,000 subs on her YouTube channel. And but those people, those are the type of people that they will tell you, oh, this person is in your chat and we don't like him, kick him out. And I won't. Because I have this thing called integrity. And if a person has never done anything to me, okay, so he may have crossed a line with you, but he didn't do anything to me. Or you know, if I see something like this whole goddamn Trump thing, where it's like, are you seriously wanting him to? Did you just say you want him to declare martial law?
Yeah, right.
You want the fucking military to come into your fucking city? Are you smoking crack? Well, I'm out of the MAGA grifter community. Nobody's gonna fucking retweet shit from that point on, you know. And all it'll take is one thing, and anybody who gets really above, you know, a couple of thousand, it's that. I mean, you can make it like take oh shit, I had him on my stream. I'm blanking on his name.
Ryan Dawson.
Ryan Long. Take Ryan Long.
Ryan Long. Oh shit.
Ryan Long puts out, you know, cut videos that he puts a lot of work into, and they're easily digestible. They're very short. But he's doing it on a certain end, and it's what is agreed to. And but if you look at his streams prior to that, streamers don't get that luxury. So you kind of have to either be a hybrid, but you still have to be retweeted by these people. You still have to be picked up by these people, or you won't get any exposure. Well, or you have to pick a fight with these people. And I'm not willing to do any of that shit.
Neither am I anymore. I mean, and I know you laughed, Semper, when I said that, you know, I was thinking of that at one time when I was younger, I was thinking of making, you know, of going with Turning Point. You know, and
well, you had Ben Shapiro on, dude. Before Ben Shapiro was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, and I mean, I look, and that's the other thing too. And as I've explained, the whole reason why I had Shapiro on wasn't so much because I liked Shapiro, it was because I liked Shapiro's boss, who had just croaked at that time. That was Breitbart, who I often wonder what he would think of this grifter culture, because it really wasn't around when he was alive.
No, it started when he died. That's when all the grifters were fucking born.
Yeah, well,
because they grifted off of his death.
Yeah, well, believe me, Dennis Miller has a lot to say on that, the whole grifter culture. That's why he's out of. He just quit his podcast, and the whole grifter culture is partially why.
But if you go down if you go and you look at the top hits that I have on my videos, Bear, me
Same
yelling
here.
at Owen. And the thing is that Ryan Long isn't even in my top maybe 100. And it was fucking Ryan Long on a Christopher Williams DC gay library story, which is fucking amazing. And we're just sitting there ripping on it. And it was a great stream. I think the last time I saw that, the last time I checked it, it had like 230 views. And and Ryan wasn't small potatoes. He did me a favor. I he was like, because I was trying to schedule him like a month, like 2 or 3 weeks from then. And then I just mentioned that it was my birthday, and I made a joke. I was like, "You gonna come on my birthday?" And he was like, "Well, when is that?" And I said, "This date." He goes, "You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it." And then that fool was on that stream with me for 2 fucking hours, because he doesn't buy into that shit, you know. But the only stuff of his that gets repeated is the stuff that they agree with. But you don't see him on a lot of those shows or anything either. So it's like you have to be that hybrid where they can use what they need to use, and then people come over. But you know, even with something, I retweeted something today talking about how many fucking retweets this account got. He goes, it was funny. It goes, breaking, the Congress decides that instead of giving a stimulus package, they're just going to allow you an extra hour in the ball pit. And it was just this empty room with this tiny little ball pit in the middle of the room.
I retweeted
That
that.
bitch had no shit 26,000 retweets.
Bro, you know where that comes from? The ball pit meme started back. Oh fuck! What was it called? What was that little character with just the hands and the nose and the eyes over the Kilroy?
Wilson?
Kilroy.
Oh.
It was a Kilroy event organized, if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am, by Kraut and T and Shoe on Head and Sargon of Akkad, that whole original group of grifters before the original grifter movement fucking exploded and became the bastardized version that it is now.
Well, I saw the retweets, right? There were like 26,000 retweets, and I'm like, oh, who's this fucking guy? I'm not gonna retweet some fucking little bitch that's fucking
the ball pit
said shit like, well, somebody who says Trump's gonna win the election. Am I right? Retweet if you agree. And they've got like 50 gazillion likes and fucking thousands of comments. And it's like, okay, but you didn't fucking say a thing. So I was looking at it. I'm like, okay, what area is this fucking asshole in? And I click it. The dude still, after 26,000 retweets, had 189 followers.
Mm-hmm.
So you get, I'll tell you this right now. If I ever had a tweet go viral like that, where it got 26,000 retweets, and my followers didn't increase significantly as a result of that tweet going viral, I would fucking delete my account.
Well,
I would. I'd be like, fuck this, I'm out.
yeah.
Really? 26,000 retweets and I have 189 followers at the end of the day? Fuck that. I'm done. This fucking game's rigged.
I mean,
and it is.
I mean, to be honest, that was kind of how I felt after the Shapiro interview at first, because the Shapiro interview got like, what, I don't know, at the time. And well, when I interviewed Shapiro initially, no one knew who he really was. So it didn't get that many views. But then later on, once I moved into Owen's community at first, this was back in the day, people started finding that interview, and it got like 3,000 or 4,000 views easily. But then that was the other thing, was my channel at the time was only like 300 or 400 subscribers. So that was kind of like a WTF thing. So I get it.
See, I've had like sort of the opposite. I don't want to say opposite, but I've had a different interaction with social media in the short time I've been on it, since Sam convinced me to join Twitter. And prior to that, when I was making no, you don't deserve thanks for that. But even when I was making Owen videos, as shitty as they fucking were, I was just myself, and I kind of pushed myself a little bit further than I would in real life. And if I was, pushed on it, especially privately, I would always, recant and, clarify. But I found ways to speak as myself. I had pretty consistent growth in both with YouTube and with Twitter, which has been slow. I tell people not to follow me because there's nothing of merit in my Twitter feed. Yeah, there's nothing of merit there. I promise you. My YouTube channel, I don't even have equipment. I'm literally yelling into my fucking phone right now that's propped up on my laptop, looking at Scorpio for some reason. Oh, hold on. But anyway, yeah, like I think what people really want on the internet is genuine. They want to see people be genuine, and they want to see people fly off the handle genuinely. You know what I mean? And that's why I think you specifically, Semper, and even Sammy could do a little more of is rant. You know what I mean? Fucking speak your
Here's
mind
the
about
problem.
something.
So I spent a lot of time after a couple of those streams, where I clipped up a bunch and put them on my especially the Yuri stream, and then that Skyrim stream that I did where I played for 3 hours, and then one of you guys asked me a question that set me off about all this stuff I'd been refusing. Then I went an entire 2 hours of just going nuts. I clipped a bunch of that stuff up, put it on Twitter. Nobody gave a shit. Like,
No.
you know, I mean, they got, you know, more retweets than most of my stuff does. But even with the retweets, like people were adding people in it and, you know, passing it around and retweeting, trying to get visibility to it. And just nobody fucking cared.
Part of that is the fucking algorithm, though, too.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. The thing is stacked against you. So unless you go into one of these channels that are dug in, this hierarchy, you're not going to get that visibility. And Ryan, and he's talented and he deserves it, but Ryan got, with that racism video, got slid into the conservative hierarchy where people started promoting it up the chain. But the best way to be able to see it is the Blaze Daily Wire ladder. You have, and I think Joe Rogan split off from that, but remember the intellectual dark web.
The IDW.
Well, you had Joe Rogan was the doormat. Joe Rogan was the place that people went on to just talk for hours at a time, right? And then if you said the right things in the Joe Rogan, then you would get to the door, and the door was Crowder. So then once you said the right things on Joe Rogan, then you would go to Crowder. And then once you said the right things on Crowder, then you would get shift into the junior varsity team of the Daily Wire. You get your Michael Knowles, your Clavens, you would start showing up on their shows. And then if you were really good, then you could get on the Sunday special. And there was that very specific hierarchy. But if you fucked up in any one of the lower ends, you wouldn't get to that Daily Wire piece. And it would just, that's how it was. And and that's the thing is that, like, I looked at the Gamergate and I'm like, okay, well, if you have compelling information and you're giving breakdowns on videos and stuff like that, then you can make it on the gaming side. Until that Vox thing with Owen, where I watched people like Ricada, who fucking know better, that just said exactly what Vox told everybody. I couldn't believe, you ask Scorpio. I was on the phone with him going, what the fuck is wrong with everyone? Like, I could not believe that Gamergate fell in line with Vox. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Well, I don't know how the rest of the panel feels about this, but I have this opinion that the internet should not be used in the manner in which you describe, especially social media. Not at least not explicitly. The idea for me, anyway, is the internet, the social media that I have, is effectively a journal that I just kind of, the things that I don't say or do say that are, deserve repeating, or the things that I think about random things. I don't expect anybody to listen to them because I'm not buying into any of those, those hierarchy. I'm not falling in line with the obvious lines of the pathways to success, or at least money on the internet, followers and people to blindly obey. I'm not interested in that in real life, much less on the internet. Because the internet for me is ultimately just funny. It's just an extension of everything that's funny, including me, especially me. I put myself at the brunt of that funny bone. But I mean, everyone on this panel, I think, could and are mostly the popularity that they have is because of who you are or who we are individually, separately. That's why people gravitate towards us individually, and as a group, I guess we have some similar ideals, but we're all different people, and I think people instinctively flock to that. Not retards and idiots. There's a lot of flack out there, that have money that will just bend to whatever is most entertaining for them, be it people macing people unnecessarily or fat fucks getting 18-year-olds pregnant, and calling it winning. I think that the idea can be lost. The idea of going viral and shit. Like I had my
see, and so let me clarify real quick, because I don't want to go viral, and I like the idea of fame for me is just like, in my perfect world, I would have the ability to be able to use the talent that I have to be able to get enough tips to sustain a world off of high interaction, low subs. That's a perfect world for me.
Yeah, right. That's what it's all about. Yeah, you don't want a ton of subs.
I don't want thousands of fucking comments on my shit. I can't even keep up with my own goddamn Discord. I don't know what I would do if my fucking Twitter blew up.
Yeah, what the fuck did I even let you into mine for?
I don't know.
Oh.
Probably because you wanted me to come and annoy the shit out of E-Scorpio.
I wanted to listen.
Speaking of E-Scorpio, do you have somebody who has some type of platform on the internet that you believe is actually genuine?
What's
that large platform wise?
What do you mean? What's
somebody with a decent sized sub count that's actually a genuine human being?
Well, how decent?
Clipper, like a streamer.
I don't. Not nobody's coming to mind. I mean, what size of audience are you talking about? Like
200K or above?
Oh, it's a genuine person.
Yes.
No, nobody's coming off.
Okay.
Coming to mind.
I don't think they exist.
100K,
200.
No, I know he said 200, but let's download it. 100K.
No, let's keep it at 2 because I've actually had a decent interaction with Ryan Long, and he seems like a good dude from what I've experienced, and he didn't have to be on my stream, and he didn't have to spend 2 hours with me, and he didn't have to do any of that, but he did.
That's pretty dope.
Well, what the hell else is he gonna do? I mean,
because when he blew up, he should have said, "Fuck
he's
you
on
guys."
the internet,
right?
He's an internet dude. He's supposed to be wherever the hell he's invited to.
Whatever, wherever he's invited. Exactly. That's how you get internet famous.
So,
that's why you're here, Semper. You don't care about any of us. You don't like any of us. Our collective.
No, that's why
count.
I've been stuck at 870 for 6 months, because I do. If I just be like, fuck those guys, I'm gonna do whatever the hell Yeah.
No, you can just say me. It's all right.
But I mean, I do all kinds of other streams, and I love doing them. And I do them because I enjoy it. Like all the stuff I do with Pessy, the 2 lawnmower mans and the fucking abortion that was the Cabbage Patch Kids movies, like going on and riffing, that's fun for me. Like this right here is fun for me.
Yeah.
Especially when I get to see the dead eyes of E-Scorpio as he's going, fuck. fuck? Are we still talking about this?
It's on that note, y'all can talk as long as y'all want. This is this is Sam's channel. I gotta go. I've already been on too long.
I do want to read a super chat for all of you guys, or a Streamlabs donation from Kevin.
Okay, but can I go
PayPal
after
donation.
that? Do I have to stick around for this?
No, you don't have to stick around. I'm just fucking with you.
It's a
It's,
I'm
PayPal
sorry
for
I
everybody.
came in
Come
and
on.
set a freaking bomb off in your Hugbox.
it's gonna
Go,
be
Sam.
it's gonna be real short. Kevin Dugan for $5 says Merry Christmas all. So
Merry
Oh,
Christmas,
okay.
Kevin.
That's good.
Oh,
Merry Christmas,
Kevin.
Kevin. Thank you so much.
Kevin!
Oh, you know what? Speaking of Christmas, it's next Friday. So,
Yes.
what's the Hugbox schedule going to look like? I'm assuming no Hugbox, or
Well,
no.
I won't be doing anything. So
won't be
if I
doing
have the
anything
ability, I'll do a fucking Hugbox. Fuck you guys. You spend time with your family. I'll stream to nobody.
We'll do a Hugbox that's very similar to this one, where you and I just talk to each other for hours.
You know what? Here's how it's gonna go. I'll spend the day with my family, and then once my parents go to bed around like 11:30, then Eastern, then I'll jump in and the Hugbox and riff.
I would pay money to see you get stuck in ice.
I'm sure, I'm sure you would, which is why I moved to Florida when I was
Bro,
We can ship in ice, brother.
that Roman death chair that he's rolling around in. Good night, Scorpio.
Good night, Scorpio. You're gonna be
All
here
right,
for
guys,
another
yeah,
hour.
I'm
and
gonna-
Get out.
You're gonna be here forever.
All right.
Get
All right,
out.
Semper, Sam, Apex. All right,
We
guys,
love
I'll
you,
see you.
brother. Love
I'll
you,
catch
man.
you
Feliz
till later on.
Navidad.
Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Good night, brother.
Good
No,
night.
so anyway, that Roman death chair that Sammy's rolling around on, it has fucking like Wild Wild West spider robot legs. So
Oh,
ice does not
sweet.
affect him. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Robot legs can't get any traction on ice. That makes it even better. Then he's trying to rebound, and it's just
Wheels and fucking robot. In fact, there's 8 of them, bro. There's 8 of those
Or
motherfuckers
this
and the wheels.
but it keeps sliding, but it's trying to.
While we're just laughing from like 10 feet away. Just laughing at him and his.
I want to put a helmet on you and
hydraulic.
just pull you at the top of a very large hill and just watch the fun. That's what I want to do, dude.
Oh
you.
shit!
And I'll even give an added extra super chat if on the way down the hill you're going, Timmy, all the way down.
Oh no! Wait, Timmy!
I would totally do that.
Dude, that you want to get your numbers up? We throw a Timmy stream that will get your shit through the roof.
Oh, I think I'm having a heart attack.
We'll take you to San Francisco, put you on that little windy little thing that they have.
Oh, that road? Yeah, that fucking road.
And you just we'll have one person on each end out of the camera range that catches you, and then you just go, Timmy, Timmy.
Yeah, like a
Timmy,
fucking
all the way around the windy thing.
Yeah, man. 15 cameras at every apex of every turn.
And then we'll get somebody who's actually good at cutting video together, like Alan or something, to actually like produce the video. And I'm telling you, Sam.
You want to be internet famous?
Or right here, yeah. If you want to do it, taxation is theft, because then you can get the grifters on it, and they'll be like, "Oh, look at this guy, it's funny," and you're handy capable and all that stupid bullshit,
bro.
And you can hashtag it all up.
We're missing an opportunity here because there's 15 cameras. So at every pass, you could be like, "Taxation is theft." Trans people aren't real.
There's only 2 genders.
There's no such thing as white privilege. You'd be like, no.
You got intersectionality, Sam. See, the problem is when I went through my racial bias training, whatever it was. They gave us an intersectional test, and I literally scored 100% across the board, to include military service, in privilege. 100%. Because although I'm a combat vet, I'm not a Vietnam vet, so I'm privileged. Even as a fucking vet, I scored no shit. 100% privileged.
I scored 90 on my privilege.
Whoa.
Yeah, but you have a major intersectionality. You can walk around and be like bumping into people and shit and be like, you can't say that to me. You're like an old man who can sexually harass someone, and she's like, oh, he's such a cute old man.
No, he can sexually abuse them with his hydraulic Roman rape jar.
Yes.
I remind you.
No, I thought I could get away with that until some pink-haired broad like accused me of sexual harassment. And
but you don't do it.
Sammy, I don't believe that. I don't
pick your
believe
targets.
that.
Jeez.
I did almost get with an actual Playboy playmate. So
well, there you
Hey.
go.
So,
Closest I got was a suicide girl, which is just an e-thought, like an early version of an e-thought.
no,
Oh.
well, okay, that's
No, I was talking
I've-
about mine, the suicide girl.
that's
Been with two
debatable.
women for pretty much my entire life, but okay. Seriously, like the vast majority of my life has encompassed two women. I
Yeah.
was married for 12 years. I was getting
Well-
married when you were born.
Yeah.
I've been with two women in the last 10. So, actually, the last 12. So,
Well,
if that says anything. And I'm not married, and I don't have kids. So, you win.
yeah.
I've been with one woman in the last 7. So
Where are we going here?
Yeah, I don't know where we're going. I don't know where we're
Stop.
going.
Stop. Clippers.
Repeal the
Clippers.
19th. Repeal the 19th, the chat says.
Yeah. Repeal the 19th.
Yeah, there we go. That's another pass on the
And so you may have to increase your speech speed, because we're going to have you up here to say women get laid off 38% more of the time because they get rid of the people who are least productive.
No,
So
listen,
that's
what
a
we'll
long stretch of that we'll have to
bro, we're gonna do this right, and we're gonna put a fucking Beats boombox on the back of that fucking Roman death chair with these pre-recorded things that we can elongate. We'll do the math. We'll line up the trigonometry. The shit will play at the right time. We'll run some test runs. I'll sit in the chair. No, I won't sit in the chair.
Well, and
'Cause
then
it
if you
that chair
want to
will rape-
lose
the
all
chair will
ability to
literally
get
rape
in the
me
grip
if I
of
sit in
crowd,
it.
you can say anything at a national level is absolutely fake and written by the man.
Oh,
I'm telling
boy.
you.
So it's interesting that you say that in order to get to Shapiro, somebody you have to jump through all these mini hoops because
No, not Shapiro. The Sunday special, the pinnacle of all interviews of all time. I don't even know if he's still doing it.
He is.
I spent months going, not interested to anything that dealt with the Daily Wire. And
But
it took
see,
months.
But see, what's interesting to me, Semper, is I did the exact opposite without even knowing it. I did like a reverse. Where I went into Shapiro first, and then all the smaller fish after.
Yeah, but you should, with his name on a search, be able to get mad amounts of hits.
I should
on
be
a video with Shapiro. I don't know how to do it. Don't ask me. I'm clearly I don't know how to do it. but you should be able to do that. Like I should be able to cut the Ryan Long stuff up and be able to release it as little bites and get people to travel to watch the whole thing. But
yeah.
clearly I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, what's weird is I used to be known as the kid who interviewed Ben Shapiro before it was famous. Now I'm known as one of the guys who exposed Owen Benjamin as a fraud, which is kind of funny because I didn't do anything. Owen basically self-destructed, and we were just there to laugh at it. That's how I see it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And I hate self-promotion. So like, I don't even like posting. Like I can't, I just can't do it. I don't think I have the chops to be able to actually do this for real. I have the ability to speak, but I find it such it's such a douchebag thing to try to get people to fucking talk about you or retweet you, or like, I just can't do it. It's just douchey. Like hashtags to me are douchey.
I agree. I actually agree.
I do really good in smaller communities like this and like the ones we have set up. But yeah, in terms
Little known fact, Kevin Dugan invented gravity.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Thanks, Kevin.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, Kevin. Very
My
cool.
ass is on this chair because of you, my friend. Thank you.
Oh, also, Kevin recommended the NYC Crime Report podcast, which I have since listened to. That's pretty funny. Yeah. No, the whole thing with going viral though, it's what's funny is I listened to a podcast with Bob Saget recently, and he said that fame is extremely overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Again, let me reiterate. I don't want to be fucking famous ever. The idea of going to a restaurant and not being able to sit down and eat a meal with my family without a bunch of people talking to me. Nope.
Yeah.
I have a hard enough time saying shit that pisses off my chat of 120 viewers live. I have a problem enough with, getting shit from them when I say something that pisses them off and pissing everybody off no matter what I say. I have a problem with the 160. God, if I had 30 or 40,000, I wouldn't be able to manage it. I can't, like, my phone can't be going nuts. I just can't. I don't want that.
Well, for me too, because I will tell you when Turning Point and a few other conservative groups were wanting to hire me to be a grifter mouthpiece, they wanted me to get like an agent.
I'm gonna smoke cigarettes when I'm turning my video off.
And I'm like, what do I need an agent for? Like, I know what I want to talk about. Why do I need an agent? I'm perfectly capable of, promoting myself. Well, I've that's one of the things you have to do to make it big too.
Well, and what are they? MCNs? Is that what they're called? There's these management companies for creators.
Yeah.
That you pretty much had to have for a while to get it, but they're starting to die. I think Disney bought one, and then they started releasing all kinds of people. Angry Joe talked about it.
The multi-channel networks.
Yeah. And those things, you couldn't get visibility on the internet without one for a long time, but I think they're dying now.
Yeah, no, I remember, a lot of people don't remember this, but I remember back in the day, I looked at getting into one because, believe it or not, YouTube live streaming used to be like an MCN. What we're doing right now used to be an MCN exclusive thing,
Yeah.
like way back in the day.
Well, there would be no MCN on earth that would fucking pick me up.
Me either.
No, bullshit. Bullshit. They would have picked you up, but they would have been like, all right, boys, here's the deal. You're going to talk about this and this extensively, and you're going to lean into
can't
this
do
ideal.
that. That's what I'm talking about. I can't.
Right, exactly.
Like, it's just I can't do it. I would be miserable if I had to say something that I disagree with, as though it's why I manage projects and not people, because I can't take the party line of a company and present it to my employees as though it's a good idea when I know full well it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
So I deal in projects. I deal with managing timelines and projects and resources because I don't have to worry about that. I give it to you. You got your own fucking boss. You got this. You need to do this. Give me a date. Your boss will hold you accountable for that date. I'll tell my boss they said they were going to hit this date. They didn't fucking hit the date. But I don't manage people, and that's on purpose. Like my boss, the job that I have now, when my original boss interviewed me, she what are you, 25? You said you're 25, Sam?
Yeah, I'll be 26
so
in January.
So yeah, I got my job when you were 16, that I currently have. And when I was talking to her, she was like, well, you have a lot of like management type experience. Like, she's like, you're used to managing things. She goes, this isn't a management position, right? And I said, wait, and I said this, no shit, in the interview. I said, wait a minute. So you're telling me that I don't have to go to people and tell them that they're not in dress code, and I don't have to go to people and write them up for being late? Yes, please. Yes. And you're going to pay me the same amount of money that they paid me when they were making me do all this other? Yes, please. Yes, I would like that very much. That is amazing. And it's because I can't do it. I can't toe the party line. It's just not something I'm capable of. I would be miserable because I would want to say something so bad, but knowing I can't say it, and then knowing if I do say it, I'm going to have somebody yelling at me. I can't do it.
Well, that's why, like, that's why in college, like when I was taking like American, history or civics or anything like that.
I'll turn my fucking camera back on. Fucking fags.
Well, I'm going to turn it back on when I finish my cigarette.
You're just being that professional, are you?
I'm trying to respect his channel. Thank you, sir.
You know what I will do is smoke this fucking bowl.
Yeah, but they get mad when you smoke cigarettes. It's different.
This is the Kraken, by the way. This has been the Kraken for 15 years. So all this talk of the Kraken is nonsense because it's right here in my hand.
I'll tell you what, speaking of smoking, I was at the vape shop the other day, and I noticed that their Juuls only had tobacco flavored stuff.
Really?
And it's like there's Juul type products that have all the flavors in the world, but Juul got fucked by Trump. The entire company just got fucked. And every other company is able to do whatever the hell they want, but Juul they only sell tobacco flavored stuff.
Is Juul not Philip Morris owned?
I don't know, but whoever owns them got utterly fucked.
Well, if it's Philip Morris, then they probably should be.
Well, I don't think they were Philip Morris at first. I think he pulled what he's trying to pull with TikTok, where he completely gutted the company so Philip Morris could sweep in and buy it. But I don't know. I haven't researched it.
Yeah, I'm not super confident on my initial assessment of that thing, but I know that any of the mainstream vape shit is owned by these major companies, Philip Morris,
Apex, to answer your question, I'm looking it up right now. It's Ultra Group who manufactures Marlboro.
Well,
Which is RJ Reynolds.
go look at fun exercise. Go look at Philip Morris's Twitter.
Oh no, Philip Morris. Yeah, Philip Morris does Marlboro. I'm sorry.
Philip Morris's Twitter account. Go look at it. They are just straight up full of shit.
Yeah, well, obviously, and that's a fun thing to bring up when people are like, how dare you go against science and the scientists and what the scientists say with all this.
That's what Philip Morris is doing right now.
Bro, no. Let's go back 50, 60, 70 fucking years.
I know.
When they were like, cigarettes are good for you. The doctors at Philip Morris told me so.
They've already gaslit. Nobody's going to fucking listen to you.
Have either of you guys watched Mad Men?
No.
That the whole first season. So the whole show is about the ad agencies in the 1960s. The whole first season is about them basically, making up science to say that cigarette smoking is good for you. Basically.
Thank you for smoking.
Yeah,
that was a good movie. That did basically.
So now take that same mentality and move. That's why on my Twitter you see all the time I'm posting commercial : because half the news we see is a commercial for promoting some corporation or something like that. That's the vast majority of the news is just promotion.
Exactly. Which is something I was talking about earlier with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, the vaccine, the mask mandate, the fact that everybody that has had their boot on our neck for as long as any of us have been alive, and then some, is all falling into the same line. It's basically the main reason I supported Donald Trump in the first place, because I do not see such an I don't see the system of oppression aligning so finely on an individual and it not be at least a little bit legitimate. I don't give him a whole lot of credit for a whole lot of things, but as far as policy goes, he's the best president that I've ever seen.
Your doors just opened, and I think somebody's going to come in there and kill you while you're sitting there talking to us.
No, actually, it was this handsome fella right here.
Yeah, no, I locked Sparky. I locked Sparky out of my studio now because he almost shut my stream down one day, stepping on the power button.
Well, old Momo here is a troublemaker. And likes to yell all the time. Don't
go viral. Toss him across the room like Alinity did, or whatever her name is.
Oh yeah, Alinity. I think she threw a cat a couple of times.
This is fucking hilarious though, Sumper. I'm looking at their Twitter account. Philip Morris.
Yeah, Philip Morris is all about how smoking is awful for you. Their entire Twitter account is, "We're gonna save the world. #stop smoking."
I love their Twitter bio. We're designing a #smoke-free future. Find out how. Bitly URL #unsmoke your mind.
Yep.
Bitch, please.
Their whole fucking Twitter account is the biggest bullshit on the planet.
Who's Twitter?
Philip Morris.
Oh,
look it up. It's crazy.
I'm gonna look that up. I've actually never looked at it.
I didn't either until I saw a commercial in a news article. And I don't mean like a click, like the news article itself was a commercial for Philip Morris. And I clicked I was like, are they talking about the Philip Morris I think they're talking about, or are they talking about some person? And I clicked on it. Sure as shit, it was fucking Philip. I was like, these stupid motherfuckers. Like you lying assholes.
Sammy, I have something you should pull up. Semper just reminded me. I think it's in the China folder of the Apex Gamma server. It's the Chinese tea clip. It's just above whatever Scorpio posted.
They're screeching about let's just take their numbers at their face. They're screeching at 250,000. What is it? 307,000 now, which they didn't restart it at the year mark like they do everything else. But they're freaking out about 300,000 deaths on COVID. McDonald's and Philip Morris are responsible for over 1 million deaths a year, and nobody says a fucking word about it.
You know why?
1 million,
money, obviously.
Taxes.
Yeah, Sammy, I really want.
Same reason you stupid fucking plebs are never going to see another $1,200.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Tax stimulus.
Yeah, nope.
Everything else they're proposing is taxable.
It's the Chinese tea, right? I see.
Yes. It. Okay, so just some pretext. This was an ad that played before a video I clicked on YouTube. Go ahead, Sam.
All right, let me.
I don't see ads on YouTube because I pay.
I don't because I don't have money. Same reason I don't make money on YouTube, because I don't have accounts to do so, and I don't care to make this motherfucker money. And make this motherfucker money. I'll just sit here and be retarded. Yeah, so this is like a t-shirt company. And it just, like any other ad, I don't know how long you've been so elitist, but if you remember how ads play on YouTube, sometimes ad rolls play at the beginning, they play at the middle, whatever. This was as soon as I clicked the video, this ad played. And I'm trying to kill time so Sam can get it up on the screen here for everyone to see. So I will talk extra slowly. There we are.
Introducing the Ching Chong Bing Bong T-shirt collection by the Chinese Tea Shop. These meaningless Chinese characters sound just like offensive English phrases. Choose from a variety of T-shirts, including the popular "Hey Ho,"
"Hey Ho,"
and "Why are you so ugly?"
"Why are you so ugly?"
Find our Ching Chong Bing Bong T-shirts and much more only at the Chinese Tea Shop, where we're spilling all the Chinese tea. A portion of every purchase at the Chinese Tea Shop is donated to the Hong Kong Democracy Council, the UHRP, and
this is a legitimate commercial and not a spoof.
With your help, the Chinese Tea Shop is proving that we don't need to choose between success and morals. It's time to stand up to the CCP. Go to ChineseTea.shop to learn more.
法克语习近平
Yes, that is a legitimate commercial. That is not a spoof. That is a real place. That is a real website. You can order those shirts, and they do support the Hong Kong Democracy Project. They are very anti-CCP. That is a real commercial that played before a YouTube ad that had me in fucking tears. I went to the fucking YouTube search category and I looked it up. I'm like, is this a fucking Onion thing or something?
Right.
No, sir. That's a real ad. They have more too, but that's just their most recent one, and they hate the Chinese Communist Party, just like me, and they ching chong bing bong all over the place.
Dude, I'm getting to the point where I don't believe that any of that is even fucking real. I don't believe that the Japan shit is real. I don't believe that the China shit's real. I don't believe that any of it is. I think. Well, listen, I'm getting to the point where I don't even believe had I have not have physically gone to other countries, I wouldn't even believe other countries exist. That's where I'm at right now. That we're so fucking tied. Like there's 400 million people on this planet that are fucking cattle. and I'm one of those, and we're all in the United States, and we just think other countries exist. Because we're told they do.
Damn it. Does that video say "Dear White Monkey Communists"?
It does say "Dear White Monkey Communists."
Please play that. I have not seen that before. Please play that. Uyghur, the fucking Uyghurs. Can you full screen that then?
Yeah.
There we go.
Fuck you.
Fuck are you, white boy?
China, it asshole.
Aww. Okay.
For a limited time, use code SHITLER for 20% off.
What the fuck?
Because it was XI, which is the president's name combined with Hitler.
All right, chat. Go and spend money at ChineseTea.com, please, for the good people of China to not suffer under the Communist Party anymore, because they deserve not to.
I know what I'm asking for a birthday present this year.
Dude, I don't know which I can't remember which one, but in the first video that I saw in the first video we played, there's one, or at least one, if not two, that I absolutely want. It's got the Chinese characters, but then it has the translation underneath it.
Dude,
and then on the back,
recommendeds are all fucking shit. You've got
the Van Halen story.
Everything is approved shit.
Free with ads. Well, he pays too, bro. So you guys are both in the.
No, I mean, look at the. Go up to the video. Look at that. That's all approved shit.
A dude with
SNL.
A dude with dentures.
Yeah, those are all fucking videos that have like millions of hits on them.
Sammy's a shill. Don't you know?
See that? You gotta talk to your fucking handlers and tell them that you need to make this a little bit less conspicuous, my friend.
Sammy, you need to talk to your agent.
Which
is me. I'm pretty sure. So,
yeah, you're my publicist.
I'm your retard. Period.
Wait, so
we've been streaming for a long fuck time.
Don't get me streamed for a long time. I got Trenton Wade on my stream one time.
And Tower
he ended up going 8 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got smashed on Fireball while we were on that stream.
Well, we can keep going. I've got a whole case of shit.
No, I actually got to go in and check on the kids and see how they're doing.
Yeah, let's kill this shit.
Bail out.
Yeah. So wait, time out. Semper, how can people get a hold of you, man?
Semper Reloaded. That's if you
Twitter?
search Semper Reloaded pretty much in any of the major formats, you'll find me.
That branding on
YouTube is YouTube and Twitter are the two that are probably the highest. I probably should really start redeveloping my D Live, but you know, I use my lemons on D Live to support other streamers. So
what you should
JJ, your Boogie Bumpers, your well, not really Pessy, because Pessy puts all of his lemons back into the chest to redistribute it out, which I actually think is cool.
That is cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, but YouTube is where I do most of my stuff. You know, I might actually, honestly, I might seriously take you up on the just pulling shit that's videos of the grifters and just fucking losing my mind on them.
Yeah,
I might
I think
actually
that's a
do
good
that
idea,
because
man.
it has been successful, and then people can't get mad at me.
That's when no, dude, listen. That's when you're in your element.
Because
You
here's
can't
the
be.
thing. Look. So I ended up on, from what I've heard, I've ended up on Reddit in the Merce thing, which I don't care. Like bears have fucking come after me. It's whatever. But the thing is that we live in a country that people have just stopped taking personal responsibility for their shit.
Thank
And
you.
and and you can have somebody that said, "Oh, I made fucked up decisions." But the next thing that comes out of their mouth is always because he made me do this or she made me do that. I wouldn't have done it if this and this and this. And it's like, no, whether you were to blame for it or not is irrelevant. There is always something you could have done better. And that's like performance evaluation 101. If you give a self-evaluation to your boss and that self-evaluation is not lower than what your boss gives you, you are not analyzing your own performance properly. I'm at the top of my fucking game at my job. There is nobody better at my job at what I do. And it's not even close. And I still beat the holy hell out of myself when I actually sit down and look, how did I do on this project? What could I have done better? How could I have done something differently? And people were like, yeah, but it was successful. It doesn't matter. What could I have done? And I've spent my entire life trying to seek out blind spots and eradicate them in myself. And a lot of people, oh, you're a fucking, look at you, Mr. Boy Scout, doesn't do drugs, doesn't have, never fucking Mr. Preacher guy, all you, it doesn't matter. There's still areas I'm broken. In fact, I would say that fixing that for somebody like me who seems to have it all together is even harder because I don't have low-hanging fruit to grab. It'd be nice. Well, let's see. What do I need to fix about myself today? Well, I'm a heroin addict, so I should probably, that might be something I want to tackle. Well, people who have their stuff together, they don't have those low-hanging fruit. You have to seek and destroy. And I've learned a lot about myself over the years, and I talk to people, and the people that I talk to in my everyday life, they just don't see it. And so in my mind, I have this stream. If I can get people to see how to seek and destroy those areas of their lives that they're broken, that people don't see, like having expectation, like the anger stuff that people have, even justified anger, it's still anger. So, how to be able to stand back and actually evaluate something before you just jump into it and start swinging blindly, how to be, strategic about how you handle your interpersonal relationships, people in your life, your kids and stuff like that. If I can help somebody not make the mistakes that I made, then that's awesome. But that doesn't fucking work on the internet. People get really mad when you start tapping on things that they don't like about themselves. And for some people it'll help, but then there's a whole other faction of people that get really upset. They don't like what you heard. They don't like what you said. And, and it's draining, and so if it's more beneficial for me to, if it's, well, not beneficial, but if it's more entertaining for me to just point out the flaws of other people because people seem to like that, but not people, but like public figures, then, if that's what people want and that's what they're entertained by, then by all means. It's so much easier to do that than it is putting my own personal experience on the fucking line for people.
Semper, the way I look at it, sorry, Sammy, I'll try to make it quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the idea of the what I heard you describe is just the way the internet should be used. It's a social interaction magnified. We are all dictated. We should be dictated by our social constructs. The people around us, the community around us, the neighbors, the the town, the city, the state. All of that matters to the individual. When you put yourself on the internet, you are open to the world. And you, as a creator, as a thinking person, have the right, for one, the brains for two, and the cadence and ability to speak for four, to enunciate that to people that want to listen to you. You don't have to, you don't want to be famous. You already said that. You don't want to go viral. You've said that. You want people that identify with what you believe or care about what you think or want to have a conversation with you, like I do, like Sam does, like Scorpio does, like several people within our, faggot bear community, ex-bear community. And beyond that, I mean, obviously beyond that, because Tachi and Aid, those are two people far removed from you and I that are connected via Twitter. You and I follow both of them. And we follow them for the same reasons, because they're funny and they're entertaining. The only viral experience I've ever had was at the heel of Aid Zero, just fucking right after Ellen Page announced she was trans. Googled.
It's Elliot Page, sir.
It's Elliot Page. I'm sorry, Elliot Page. So she Googled how tall is Ellen Page, and she took a screenshot of the Google results of her being like fucking 5'1", and she tweeted that picture. It said "LOL manlet." That thing got retweeted fucking like 20,000 times. It had like 30,000 hearts, likes or whatever. And I commented on it probably 8 minutes after she fucking tweeted it, because it was 6 o'clock in the morning or something. And I was drinking coffee, getting ready for work. I was like, hey, you leave my fucking bro alone. That is the newest member of, the white privilege. I can't remember the verbatim, but I got
of the patriarchy.
The newest member of the all male white patriarchy. Leave him alone. He will be rewarded for his sacrifice. Is what I said, and I fucking rode that shit. She got tens of thousands of likes and tweets or retweets. I got a couple hundred likes and a few followers, but I got a ton of hate, which I also don't hate. I mean, I hate myself, so bring it. What can you tell me that I don't know? So anyway, you got shit to do. Sammy, you're a infant. Go to sleep. Change your
your camera may have gone to sleep.
Who? Sammy?
No, yours just locked up for a sec.
Oh, well, I'm sure there's a meme already. Fuck.
Yeah, well, see, Caretaker got it pretty right. He said they get mad on the internet and then they get mad in real life, in real person life.
Yeah,
and
but
I don't get that. Like, I don't get that. And I swear to God, look, just for everybody who is still listening, all 9 of you, Owen fucking Benjamin is younger than me. I have been doing this shit my whole fucking life, talking like this my whole fucking life. So for the love of fucking God, stop saying he's an Owen clone. I was preaching this exact same way when Owen was a fucking child. So let's stop with that shit.
Well, he still is. He's just a man-child now.
So, all right, so let's not pretend. Dude, that's the one that just grates on me, because I was like, dude, I was doing this when this guy was fucking slapping other dudes' asses in fucking Hollywood. Stop.
You mean wearing his high and by pants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I don't believe for a fucking second. That did not happen. That's about as likely to happen as that girl that was crying that finally the world is going to be okay because of Joe Biden. Yeah, your 6-year-old did not fucking say that, lady.
Time out, bro.
Just
My
like
mother-
Owen's mom didn't have high buy pants on him.
My mother cried to me the day that the Associated Press called the presidency for Joe Biden. Back,
I
what was
wouldn't
that,
not
November
be able
5th?
to giggle on that. I
No,
would just
listen, I can't. My mom hates me anyway. So I kind of feel like it was a troll. Because I've kind of trolled her with the whole last 4 years thing. Most of it's just been like fucking with her because she refuses to like.
well, that's what the entire
feeling.
internet has turned into, is just fucking with people to get a reaction.
Yeah, but
It is. I
that's
swear to God, the way I described Twitter is it's a shitload of people just screaming into the wind, hoping someone will notice.
one of my favorite tweets that I've ever retweeted was from a black dude. But he was like, anybody tweeting with less than 1,000 followers, y'all niggas just writing in your diary.
Yep.
Don't at me, basically. And that's, I mean, yeah, that's, I mean, I feel that way. I don't give I really don't care. I appreciate when people tell me nice things, but I don't take them seriously because I know they don't know me. And I mean, I could take the surface level compliment, but I'm not good at very many things.
I'm not what you would call a pretty man.
I'm not what you would call.
That was one of my favorite movie lines of all time. Was in The Waterboy when Clint Howard was standing outside of his window and he came up and he takes off his hat and he goes, "I'm not what you would call a pretty man." It's like, yeah, you're right, Clint Howard. You might be one of the ugliest men on the fucking planet.
I'm not what you would call a smart man. let me just say that.
Oh, yep.
On that note, good night, everybody.
All right, yep.
Sam.
Have
Kill
a
it
good
with
night.
fire.
Yep.
Thank you
That'll
so
work.
much for coming on, Sam.
Peace.
That was
No, thanks for
Yeah,
hanging out. I had a blast, man.
dude.
Thanks for
Bring me
coming on.
on your show so I can ruin your audience.
Right? I got to actually do a stream.
Do it. Good night,
And
everybody. Sammy,
I'll
I
try
love
to
you.
get back. I'll start
Love you.
watching news clips and stuff and seeing what pisses me off and lining them up.
Well,
I'm gonna start tagging you in some shit.
All right, hey,
Semper and I would love to have you one-on-one solo on the Whitfield report, especially to talk the not of this world type.
yeah, holler, I'll come on, man.
Oh, get rid of the gamma. Get rid of the co-host. Get the big fish on. I see.
Yeah.
See, this is how
Yep,
it works.
I
Semper.
know that's
This is
how it works. That's how it works.
Smash the small guy.
You know why? Because he doesn't have to work when I'm on. It's just you just wind me up and let me go. And that's like people like Saucin and Alan and like people who have been a part of my stream for so long, like they know, like they're like I see it in my mind. Just you're sitting there waiting, going, all I have to do is wait for the right time. If I say the right phrase at the right time, it's gonna fucking wind his shit, and he's just gonna go.
Yep.
That's that's what I tell. I gotta cut that out and make it its own kind of stream. But the end of that Skyrim, if you have not watched from the 3 hour and 5 minute mark to the end of that 5 hour stream on the Skyrim stream I did, because I'd been holding in all of this George Floyd fucking BLM. I'd been holding it down like I don't want to lose my channel. And I'd been compressing it. And then I don't remember who said it, but somebody said something, was like, "Hey, what do you think about these protests?" And that was all it took. And it just went
Fucking danger zone, bitch.
And I was at the end of my stream, and then that bitch went another 2 hours.
Oh yeah, dude, I
well,
gotta see that actually.
Well,
I screamed myself hoarse that night.
if it makes if it makes you feel any better, Semper, I had a similar experience where someone asked me a similar blow up to where I literally I literally screamed when someone brought up George Zimmerman. Next thing I know, my mom burst through that door on my stream asking if I'm
Well, see,
okay.
I think I saw
I'm out
that.
in the
I think
middle
I
of
was
10
there.
acres. I'm out in the middle of 10 acres in a shed. Like somebody could murder me and nobody would hear it.
Listen,
I can
you
go out
don't have
and fire my stuff anytime I want.
Bell's palsy and a rape chair. He
you're
requires
right.
maintenance and some help.
I don't have
Yeah,
cystic fibrosis. I'm sorry.
I
And by the way, Kevin, I think George Floyd is that guy that Tyson bit his ear off, if I remember right.
No, that's true. That's a fact. I'm old enough to remember that.
yeah.
I watched that live in an internet cafe in Oceanside as a fucking boot. And I was jumping up and down, screaming, he bit his fucking ear off. Holy shit. Oh, and it's officially the horrorversary.
I
It's
yeah.
4 in the morning.
I was
Happy
actually
horrorversary, Saucin.
I
Thank
was
you for getting me out of an internet cult that I
Guys.
accidentally got in.
Bruce City posted the horrorversary video. I haven't been able to watch it yet, but she posted
Let's
it
watch
an hour
it. Bring
ago.
it up. We'll end it with the
Yeah, bring it
horrorversary
up.
video. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll end it with the horrorversary video. Bruce City, the fucking legend.
She is. She's gonna do a winning video with the little man winning for the first time ever on stream with Fall Guys. I know she's going to. She hasn't said she's going to, but I know she's going to. It's just going to be a winning stream. Winning.
She's awesome. Listen, she's awesome. So that's
Yes, I agree with
yeah. Well, not
you.
only
Playing
that,
this video or what?
yeah.
Are we horrorversary
he's
it?
working on it. Sammy's in slow motion. That Bell's palsy. It happens.
This rickets is acting up.
The rickets and the shingles, man. The rickets and the shingles and
Hey, shingles are no laughing matter. There's this old lady that used to live next
come
to me.
on, it's
When I was I'm serious. There was this old lady that lived next to me. Her name was Ruby, and she got shingles. And she put a fucking 357 Magnum in her mouth and pulled the fucking trigger. I came home from work. There were cops everywhere.
ouch.
Yeah.
Oh look.
Like apparently shingles is no joke.
Oh look, we actually made this thing.
I was gonna say that looks like
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'd like to read that
It's
very quickly. This is
fucking
from
Inception.
the letterhead says from the desk of Saucin. It says, "Dear E Scorpio, enclosed is a super chat, and that's $1. $1 super chat.
I like it when they
Super
turn the
chat and
video
a handwritten
around
letter
while you're
stained
on
with
stream.
gamma tears. The eyeliner smears are not from crying, but laugh crying at Owen and his dumb bear cult. You make fun of my grammar misspelled, and now you can make fun of my handwriting. You are welcome. I wish you and all the Gammas a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Special shout out to Bruce City, Semper, Starshine, Nacho, Chuck, and mostly Saucin. Love, Saucin, Lemon Queen." You see the verified Gamma handwriting right there.
And from what I've been told, tomorrow is the horrorversary.
He called me a whore for no reason.
Oh
Owen.
shit!
And I couldn't
whoa.
believe it. How about this? I'll call you a whore. And then he started screaming into the camera.
Look,
Whore! You're a whore!
That's right.
that's what I hear. It's the horrorversary. I have the whiteboard right behind me. So happy horrorversary, Saucin.
They called me a whore. Yeah, you're banned, whore. Whore. You're a whore. You're not banned, whore.
Oh, wipe that coke off your nose,
Yeah,
Owen.
follow directions here. Oh, man, call me a whore. I just said to not bring it up. Do you know what people call me every day of my life? All day, every day?
Bruce City's so
If you
awesome.
can't stand up for someone calling you a whore that has like 8 followers, you're gone, whore. I just called you a whore. Whore. Very simple, BB. It's so simple. Oh, but he called me a whore. Well, now you're gone. Whore. He was probably right.
What's that now?
She broke me out of the cult. She will forever have my loyalty.
Now, simply
I
for
mean, I
those-
tried for a few months here, but
I know you attacked the shit out of me for a few months. I remember Mr. Clip videos of my fucking military service and then talk shit on fucking. You think I don't remember that little comment you left on my Clip channel? Oh, I remember.
I think you confused me with somebody.
Yeah, no, I remember your name very specifically. I was like, oh, that guy. But yeah, no, you didn't talk shit about my military career. You called bullshit on my military career.
Oh, I'll go with it.
Well, it's
somebody
private, and
hates me,
I
huh?
didn't make that channel. I had somebody who was doing it for me. So you got Clint.
That's a little out of character for me.
Oh,
That's a
there
little
was-
out of character for me, but
I remember there was this douchebag named Semper Fish at the time who would always
yeah, he went hard.
good stuff.
good
True City,
stuff.
you were the queen of everything, except for where Saucin's concerned, and then she wins because she's my Saucin.
Oh,
Very
Saucin,
good.
my Saucin. We love
Very
you.
good as
Oh,
always.
I love it. I love it when they turn it around when you're in the middle of the stream. Sometimes Alan will post in my chat. He'll go, clipped it, and right after I said something that, like, I realized right after I said it is going to get taken out of context, he goes, recorded it, and then as I'm in the middle of my stream, I'll see the notification come up of Alan's channel with what he clipped. Like turning it around while I'm on the stream. I'm like, God, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Good
Well,
night, you fucking faggots. Get
Yeah,
out of
it's
here.
bedtime.
Close your fucking bitch out.
Pulling the headphones off.
Yeah.
Thank-
All right,
I love you
gentlemen.
guys.
tuning
Thank
in,
you.
guys, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Whitfield Report.
Peace.
Peace. God bless. God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy. And for those of you on the audio podcast, Apex is flipping you the bird.
Did you not get my earlier reference where I said you look like the number 10 in Japanese?
For those of you listening on the audio podcast, go fuck yourselves. Fuck you. Die.
Did
in
you
Minecraft.
did you miss that reference there, Sam?
I did.
Look up how the word is pronounced for the number 10 in Japanese. Just you don't have to do it right now, just later. You can thank me later.
Yeah, I will. I'll text you. All right, man. Thanks for
All right,
coming
brother.
back.
Later.
Later.